No, please, Your Lordship. Lordship, I beg to mention item number 13 of today's daily list, Your Lordship. 1-3.
How much cost?
Actually, Your Lordship, Mrs. F. Began, she was to appear, Your Lordship. But actually, today morning, Your Lordship, her sugar fluctuated a bit. She is a diabetic patient. So she is not feeling well, Your Lordship. So for the day.
Half the people sitting here may be having the same problem.
Your Lordship.
Half of the people sitting in this room may be having the same problem if you personally ask each and every one of them. We are adjourning, but this kind of things will not be accepted next time.
Okay.
Reluctantly, adjournment is granted on the inconvenience of MS F. Begum, non-counsel petition. This next week.
Oblige, Your Lordship.
This flimsy grounds, we are not interested. Genuine ground, definitely will.
Next week. Item 1 for orders.
This is that digging thing.
This is the mechanism.
That PCC have appeared and said that some scheme or something will
Yes.
be framed.
So, Lordship, what we have, since this scheme has to be statewide, Your Lordship, all the rivers and rivulets where mining is presently going on, from source to mouth, we are conducting a study, Your Lordship.
We need some more time.
4 weeks time, Your Lordship.
Mr. K.P. Pathak, Land Council for the Forest Department of the Government of Assam, raised for some further time to do the needful as indicated in the order of 22/3/2023. 2 weeks. 2 weeks will monitor.
Very well. 2 weeks will at least be able to
We'll
give the
at
Lordship
least
an update.
2 weeks some what progress report
Yes,
we'll like to have.
Yes,
Otherwise, these things they don't take place.
yes.
2 weeks, just after 2 weeks. They do that DDO. Yes.
Oblige.
Item 2 for motion.
Mr. Pathak, this is necessary in the public interest.
Yes, Your Lordship. This has.
For the benefit of
Yes, Your
every person living in Assam.
Yes, Your Lordship.
You have noticed
Yes, Your Lordship.
what the environment is, how it is hitting back at you.
Lordship.
Hmm.
This will really help in, because
No,
it's.
no. Have you noticed of late how environment is hitting back?
Lordship.
You are hitting the environment all the time for the last maybe 100 years.
Yes, sir.
But have you noticed how the environment is hitting back at you?
And if you do not stop here, it will only get worse, Your Lordship.
It's not your case, my case, or his or hers. It's everybody's.
Yes.
Take care.
May please, Lordship. Test 24 is the Board Election 1966.
Sorry.
Test 24, my lord.
Item 2,
Item 2,
Okay. Page number 24.
24. And 25 is the original.
Gutipara.
Gutipara Part 4. Muslimuddin Sheikh is the
Why
father.
good number of cases come from Gutipara? This name has become very familiar to us.
Area is very big area, my lord. Part
Sorry.
1, Part 2, Part 8. This is Part 4, my lord.
Maybe part 4, but still. There are a number of places with many parts in Assam. Gutipara.
Gutipara
Yesterday
part 4.
also there was one Gutipara matter. The day before that also there was some Gutipara matter.
My lord.
Okay. Muslimuddin.
Muslimuddin Sheikh is father and Kodbhanu Bibi is mother.
Father.
Mother adduce evidence, my lord. Case 81, my lord.
So which document it show Muslimuddin is the father?
Mother adduce evidence, my lord. Case 81. And school certificate also there, my lord.
School certificate.
Yes, my lord.
Where
School
is the school
is case, my
certificate?
lord. 43, my lord.
Page number 43.
And this is also proof also. Headmaster came before the my lord, court, my lord.
Death certificate.
Case 43, my lord.
Page 43. Have you examined the headmaster?
Yes, my lord.
Where is the
Yes,
evidence of
Headmaster,
the
my lord. Case 70, my lord.
page 70?
70. But he was not close examined, my lord. Mother also it is, my lord.
Where is the mother's
Case
evidence?
81, my lord.
Page
Case
81.
81, my lord.
Third, Mr. Send it back. Third, Mr.
Yes, sir.
H.R. Ahmed, Land Counsel for the petitioner. The petitioner, Taslima Ahmed, had been referred to the Foreigners Tribunal number. Where is the order?
My lord.
Foreigners
Page
Tribunal,
92, my
page
lord.
92, I think. Foreigners Tribunal number 6, Dhubri. For rendering an opinion as to whether she is the person who entered the state of Assam on or after 25/3/1971, resulting in registration of case number FT6BBB/87/2018. An opinion dated 31/8/2018 had been rendered declaring the petitioner to be a foreigner before in the writ proceeding, the petitioner refers to the voters list of 1966 of village Gutipara Part 4, police station Bilasipara in the present Dhubri district, which contains the name of Muslimuddin Sheikh, son of Foraz Ali at serial 77, and that of Kadbanu Bibi, wife of Muslim at serial 78, and both are shown to be residing in same house number 20. A death certificate is also relied upon in respect of Muslimuddin Sheikh to indicate that he died on 11/1/2017. In order to establish that the petitioner is the daughter of Muslimuddin Sheikh, reliance is placed on a school certificate. Where is the school
Page
certificate?
43.
Page 40.
3.
43. Reliance is placed on a school certificate issued by the headmaster of Kathulipara Navajyoti High School in the Dhubri district, which contains the information that Taslima Ahmed is the daughter of Muslimuddin Sheikh of village Gutipara Part 4. The headmaster of the school also deposed before the school, namely Abdul Motin Sheikh, also deposed before the tribunal as DW2 by stating on the basis of the original admission register, which was produced before the tribunal to authenticate the information contained in the certificate that Taslima Ahmed is the daughter of Muslimuddin Sheikh of village Gudipara Part 4. Kadbanu Bibi, wife of Muslimuddin Sheikh, who was aged about 77 years when the evidence was rendered as DW5, also stated that the Taslima Ahmed is her daughter. From such point of view, prima facie, the petitioner had discharged the burden under Section 9 of the Foreigners Act 1946 that she is a citizen of India. In view of the above matter, remanded back to the tribunal to examine the voters list of 1966 of Gutipara Part 4, the school transfer certificate, which is annexed as Exhibit 1. Exhibit 1. Exhibit 1, the evidence of DW2, the headmaster of the school, as well as the evidence of DW5, Kadbanu Bibi, wife of Muslimuddin, and pass a reasoned order as to whether the petitioner is a citizen, whether the petitioner had discharged the burden under Section 9 of the Foreigners Act 1946. The respondents in the Home Department may also make their own inquiry, and particularly as to whether Taslima Ahmed, who is referred in the school certificate as well as in the evidences of DW2 and 5 and the petitioner proceeding Taslima Begum are one in the same person, and also whether Kadbanu Bibi, who had deposed as respondent number 5, is actually Kadbanu Bibi, wife of Muslimuddin of the 1966 voters list of village Gudipara. Upon undertaking the necessary exercise and indicate a reasoned order be passed.
Exhibit I, my lord.
I.
Item 3.
3 and 4 are together. Why?
May I please, your lordships?
Both the same person. No, 3 is
Yes,
Amar
lordship.
Chand, then
Because in one inquiry, all the petitioners are declared as a foreigner. There was only one inquiry against petitioner number 1, that is
Amar Chand.
Amarchand Das. And lordship, our Honorable High Court's order is there, 2019-1 GLT, 353, which says that there has to be an inquiry and then reference against all the person, then only it can be decided.
That means you are segregating
Yes,
the issues of Amar Chand petitioner number 1 and the
Yes.
others.
yes, Lordship.
Okay.
Two writ petition. So Amar Chand Das, he has migrated from along with his father and other family members from erstwhile East Pakistan way back in the year 1964 due to religious persecution.
Where is that certificate?
That certificate is at page 28 of this writ petition,
Page
Which is-
28 of the writ petition.
which is not very clear, but original is there in the record, Lordship, is page 27 in the record.
Identity card issued by the,
When they were in the camp, rehabilitation officer.
okay,
Original one is there, that
Very
is
well.
clear little bit. It's in
original is in the
record, page 27, Lordship.
Page 27, interrogation report on foreign national.
Behind that,
It's page 27
not, then I'm.
and one
all-
before that, Faizuddin Ahmed of Mayang police station learned that
All the original documents are behind, Lordship. All the original documents are behind. I might have noted. Pink, one pinkish color certificate is there.
it is there.
Amar Chand is at serial number 4, Lordship.
26 they give it 27 going. Why two numberings are given? Two different page number. One page 27 is another document, 127 is the other document.
So this I got confused. I have noted page 27 when I,
Amar Chand Das, yes.
so he himself has migrated.
So why are you disbelieving this certificate? You go and verify whether that Amar Chand and this Amar Chand is same or not. If you have material to show they are not same person, you tell the tribunal. Otherwise, this Amar Chand is a citizen. Once Amar Chand is a citizen, his sons and daughters will also be citizens.
And
That 2019 judgment you relied on
yes,
would be relevant when you are declared to be a foreigner. But when the number 1 is declared to be citizen, that judgment has no relevance. Everybody is a citizen.
yes, Lordship.
Or you want to get proceeded separately.
We don't want to, if the petitioner number 2 is the wife and.
Wife
three-
will have to prove citizenship separately.
But there has to be an inquiry or a reference against her.
Okay. But
There
sons
is-
and daughters get
Sons and daughter,
citizenship
because
through Amar
father-
Chand.
Yes, Lordship. And even the father of the petitioner number 1 has casted vote in the year 1971,
Namely, this thing, Krishna.
Krishna Das. Page 32, the data is there.
Her name is D. Ghosh, and counsel for the petitioner of the petitioner number 1, Amar Chand Das, had been referred to the
Foreigners Tribunal.
Foreigners
number
Tribunal number
4.
4.
Yes, Lordship.
Which place?
Morigaon, Lordship.
Morigaon, for
Yes.
rendering an.
Page 18. Page 14 is the impugn order.
For Morigaon, for rendering an opinion as to whether he is a person who entered the state of Assam from the specified territory on or after 27/3/1971, resulting in registration of FT case number 124/2016. The tribunal rendered an opinion dated 28/12/2018 that the petitioner is a foreigner and accordingly his other family members, that is the petitioner number 2, Amaya Das, petitioner number 3, Subhash Das, petitioner number 4, Nivas Das, petitioner number 5, Srivas Das, and petitioner number 6, Arati Bala Das, were also declared to be foreigner, where the petitioners number 3 to 6 are the sons and daughters of petitioner number 1, Amar Chand Das, and Petitioner number 2, Amaya Das is the wife of Amarchand Das. In the writ proceeding, MSD Ghosh, Land Counsel for the petitioner, brings it to the notice of the court, the exhibit 1, which is available in the records, and is an identity card issued in the name of Krishna Das. By the, who had issued it? By the authorities for the purpose of camp registration. It is the stated case of the petitioners that Krishna Das and his other family members migrated from the erstwhile East Pakistan sometime in the year
10/10/64. Lord.
sometime in the year 1964 in view of religious persecution in that country, and he was an inhabitant of a rehabilitation camp where the identity card was issued. The identity card contains the name of Krishna Das, in whose favor the identity card was issued, as well as that of Amarchand Das, who is shown to be son of Krishna Das. Petitioner claims that he himself is the Amarchand Das of the identity card exhibit 1, and therefore he had discharged the burden under Section 9 of the Foreigners Act 1946 that he is a citizen of India. Full stop. No reason is forthcoming in the order of the tribunal as to why the exhibit 1 identity card had been discarded. From such point of view, the matter is remanded back to the tribunal to examine as to whether Amarchand Das, whose name is included in the exhibit 1 identity card, and the petitioner Prosidi Amarchand Das are one and the same person, and if yes, to pass a written order on the citizenship of Amarchand Das. It is also stated that Krishna Das, in whose favor the identity card was issued, was included in the voters list of
1971. Lordship.
1971 of village
Village Bordoloni,
Bordoloni, in which district?
now Morigaon.
Of the present
undivided-
Morigaon district, and he had also casted his vote. Full stop. The respondents in the Home Department may make their verification as to whether Amarchand Das, whose name is included in the exhibit 1 identity card, and the petitioner Prosidi Amarchand Das are one and the same person. Full stop. Further, the opinion rendered in respect of petitioners number 225 also requires an interference in as much as per the law laid down by this court in Sudhir
Sudhir Roy. Lordship.
Sudhir Roy versus Union of Indian Others, reported in
2019 1 GLT
2019 1 GLT
353.
353. In order to declare to be foreigners, the other family members are also required to be proceeded separately, and they cannot be declared to be a foreigner merely on the basis of the head of the family being declared to be foreigner, where a proceeding is initiated only against the head of the family. From such point of view also, the opinion rendered against petitioners number 2 to 5 are set aside. It is further provided that if Amarchand Das can prove his citizenship, there would be no further requirement to proceed against the petitioners number 3 to 6, being the sons and daughters of Amarchand Das. On the other hand, if the decision rendered is contrary and Amarchand Das is not declared to be an Indian citizen, in such event, it will be open for the respondents in the Home Department to issue appropriate process for proceeding against respondents number 3 to 6. In respect of petitioner number 3 to 6, in respect of petitioner number 2, Arati Das, Amoya Das, I think
Amaya
that's the another proceeding is there. No, what is the second one?
Second one is that because since this.
Yeah, I would say, comma. As she is the wife of Amarchand Das, liberty remains with the respondents in the Home Department to proceed against Amoya Das if so advised. But by strictly following the procedure of law.
There,
Amoya will not get it. Amoya has to prove to her father.
yes, already she has submitted that, but this is no reference against.
No
her.
reference. So if they want, they
Yes.
can proceed
Yes,
only
Lordship.
against Amaya if
Yeah.
Amarchand is declared. If Amarchand is declared to be a foreigner, then against the sons and daughters also. I think this will cover next item also.
Yes, Lordship.
In view of the order passed in WPC 3507/2019, it will hit the 19160. No order is required to be passed and the provisions thereof would also be applicable in respect of this petition.
Keep leave like that.
It will reason order, it will DD one as well.
Item 5.
Amarchand Chavo, whether it is same Amarchand or not. Oh. It should not again. কারণ অমায়া তো already set aside. Fatima Khatun, yes.
May I please, Lord?
Page number.
Page, my lord, 18, other, my lord.
মানে নিজে খুব খুব দৌড় দিয়েছে ভিতরে করার আকৌ সময় গ'ল ভিতৰত সোমাই থাকিল আকৌ বন্ধ কৰিলে নেকি হেৰি মাৰাটো আকৌ বন্ধ কৰিলে নেকি
Yes, which page? Which page? Page 18, my lord, 18. Barnacle ordinance, page 19. Serial number
Who
one,
is the father? Muhammad.
lordship. Serial number 37.
Muhammad Ali Sarkar,
Lordship.
son of Abbas. Okay. 65 voters list. Gaon,
Shukmana,
Mana,
lordship.
Mana, I think.
Lordship.
Shukmana. And district Kamrup, Moza, Bhawanipur. Okay. And which document will show?
My lord, here,
Fatima is the daughter of Muhammad.
my lord, one, my lord, land document,
Page number.
page, my lord, 75. But it was not placed at the time of my lord,
Go and place it.
lordship.
But how? What does it indicate?
My lord, Jawabandi, my lord,
Jama Bandi.
lordship. Serial number, page 75. Serial number 3 is the father, my lord, after death, my lord, along with brother, serial number 11, my lord. And in the one thing, my lord, in the reference, my lord, it was reported that he is not migrated from, she's in birthplace is, my lord, Shukmana, and she's from Assam, my lord. And she's not migrated. Page 52, my lord.
Which page? 52.
50, my lord. Page 50. In the reference, my lord.
52 is the written state.
No, my lord, 50, my lord, I'm sorry. Page 50. Page 50, my lord. Serial number 5, my lord, place of birth, Shukmana.
And you go and prove yourself. These are
And column number 15, my lord, she is not migrated.
let us not go into this question. Go and prove your. You have a very good document. Why don't you prove it in this thing instead of this technical thing? what can we do? We'll interfere, we'll give them liberty once again.
Lordship.
This time he'll file a more correct verification report, and again they will wait. Res judicata will not be applicable because there is no decision in your favor.
Yes, my lord.
Ultimately, you don't gain anything, only thing delay by a few months, that's all.
It is their statement, Lordship, and reference it.
Including both.
And he says it is your statement,
No,
you said I
So
recorded.
document,
It's not a conclusion.
he could not place Lordship any document, Lordship, document placed by. In document column, Lordship, it is written as nil, Lordship.
ये देखो, Legal and Counsel for the petition also. The petitioner Fatima Khatun had been referred to the which page is the order?
70, my lord.
70,
Yes, 70.
70. Had been referred to the Foreign Tribunal number 1 Borpeta for rendering an opinion as to whether he is a person who entered the state of Assam on or after 25/3/1971, resulting in registration of FT case number 123/2017, corresponding to IMDT case number 5259/1998. The tribunal rendered an opinion dated 21/8/2018, declaring the petitioner to be a foreigner, being aggrieved this petition is instituted. In the writ proceeding, the petitioner relies on the voters list of 1965 of village Chukmana, police station Borpeta, Moza, Bhawanipur in the present Borpeta district of Assam, which contains the name of Muhammad Ali Sarkar, son of Abbas at serial 372, and that of Aimona Khatun, wife of Muhammad at serial 373, and both are shown to be residing in the same house number 125. The petitioner, where is that land?
Page 75.
As appropriate, a petitioner in the writ proceeding has relied upon Jamabandi in respect of a plot of land in village Chukmana, wherein as per the order which contains the information that as per the order of 19/1/1971 of the 91, the name of Muhammad Ali, son of Abbas, had been mutated in respect of a plot of land measuring 6 bighas, 4 katha, 13 lasses of Gad number. What is Gad number? GAD?
Dag, my lord.
Dag. Of Dag number 1. Where is the circle officer? It also refers to another order of 14/12/2018 of the circle officer in mutation case number A to BAR, page 76 BAR SARP, wherein the name of Fatima Khatun, daughter of Muhammad Ali, had been, amongst others, had been mutated in place of Muhammad Ali in respect of the said plot of land. As the petitioner had inherited the land of Muhammad Ali as per the orders of the order of the circle officer, the petitioner seeks to establish that she had discharged the burden under Section 9 of the Foreigners Act 1946 that she is a citizen of India. It is an admitted position of petitioners that the Jamabandi was not referred before the tribunal, and therefore no infirmity can be noticed in the order of the tribunal as because of the information relied upon in the writ court, which is available in the Jamabandi. Full stop. But however, for the end of justice, matter remanded back to the tribunal to examine the voters list of 1965 of village Chukmana, which contains the name of Muhammad Ali Sarkar, son of Abbas at serial 372, and also the Jamabandi, which contains the orders of the circle officer, which indicates that Fatima Khatun had inherited, that land had been mutated in the name of Fatima Khatun in place of Muhammad Ali in respect of village Chukmana. Remand back colony. The petitioner to produce the complete orders of the circle officer dated order dated 1971, whereby the name had been mutated in favor of Muhammad Ali, son of Abbas, as well as the order of the circle officer dated 4/12/2018, by which the name of the petition of Fatima Khatun had been mutated in place of Muhammad Ali. The respondents in the Home Department to make their own verification on the authenticity of the aforesaid documents, as well as to whether the Fatima Khatun, who is the writ petitioner proceeding before the tribunal, whether the writ petitioner proceeding Fatima Khatun and the Fatima Khatun referred in the order of the circle officer dated 4/12/2018 are one and the same person. Upon doing the needful, present order.
Item 6.
Yes, Mr. Alim.
May I please, Your Lordship?
Alim, yeah.
An inquiry was directed to be conducted regarding the name of my grandfather, mother. Last order may kindly be-
Superintendent of Police to make an report. Mr. G. Sharma Lenga pays for further 2 weeks' time to produce the report as required by the order of 11/4/2023 list on so and so.
Oblige, ma'am.
Item 7.
Next time will be little more strict if you don't get it. Yes, item 7.
May I?
Soibuddin, who is the father?
Father is Amir Ali Sheikh.
Page number.
Page number Lordship 70. No, Amir,
Mhm.
page number 155 Lordship.
155.
Yes, Lordship.
Amir Ali Sheikh, son of Samir Sheikh.
Yes, Lordship.
See, this is the
Voters list of
ground
1970.
name.
Kharua Banda.
Kharua Banda.
Kharua Banda.
Kharua Banda.
And all along same,
In-house.
and 77 is father and mother. And subsequently, he has casted
The
both
page 55 is 1960, 1970.
7,
And where is 77?
77, 173 Lord.
173. You know, what order you make your annexures?
Yes, Lordship.
While putting the annexures, what kind of order is followed?
First is the impugn order, thereafter written statement, all the evidences.
No, why we're asking, we have to just move around from this page and
Understood.
again go back. So voters list, you can make it in one bunch and keep it.
Yes, Lordship.
Certificates, another bunch, keep it elsewhere.
Then next time I.
So that
Yes.
you don't have to move
Yes,
around too
Lordship.
many pages. Anyway, page number 173.
Yes, Lordship. Father and mother, father and mother.
Father and mother, this is one. Mother, and yes, then
Then subsequently, he has casted vote along with his mother, page 179.
179. Same village, Kharwa Banda.
In the same village. Koriman Bewa, 89, serial number 89 is
And who is the
Sobhaj.
petitioner? Sobhaj.
Sobajuddin.
Who is the- Yes, Mr. Sharma.
This will be second time remand lot here. Once it was remanded back. Then again, he was declared foreigner. This is the second round of litigation we are before lordships.
So how can we prevent a third? At present, we have no means to prevent a
Because
third.
already we have submitted all this.
Understand, at present, we don't have any means to prevent a third.
So again remanding back.
Otherwise, it will be a direction. But where is the notice?
Because
Where is the notice of the tribunal?
notice I have not annexed, lordship. The notice is there in the record. I
Is
have
fine.
also a copy of it because
Record
he
is
has-
not here. Record is not here.
records earlier
No,
were
they
called on as per order dated 3.
might have been called, but it is not.
Oh,
here.
no, not yet raised.
Hmm.
Otherwise, I have a notice. He is from.
We
Dhule
have a
district.
copy of the notice. Let us see.
Yes. We will. He came to Kamrup district, Guwahati, for as a cycle rickshaw puller. He was working here, and thereafter an FT case was registered against him.
So, how are we to understand that Sobazuddin of 97 and
Yes, Lordship.
Prosidi Sobazuddin, they are same person?
His mother also has adduced evidence before the tribunal. And even his uncle has adduced evidence, aunt has adduced evidence. And even he has proved his documents, his.
Who are the uncle and aunt?
Aunt is father's sister.
We know that means
And father's sister, all the family tree is being described in the before the learned tribunal. We had another problem. So if lordship pleases, may be remanded back. Because I have materials to show.
remand is okay. No, we are thinking whether it can be declared here only.
It's up to lordship.
Record to our life. Remand to another again. No, I think you notice why you know go. Notice when you say he come up come going to get it. Yare na namat here. So it is good for you to go here to get a
I thought the order.
nothing to the delay hoy. কোনো যদি না এটা মানে ডিক্লেয়ার করে দিব পারা যাবে সেটু এই এক্সপেক্ট থাকি যাব কিন্তু রেকর্ড করব আজকে
Page 147 for Arambha. Because if you check
মানে করে কি মানে মানে ডেলি করে আজকে কি করে
The superintendent of police,
the superintendent of police, which district?
This is,
South Salmara.
yes, now will
South
be.
Salmara, I think, Dakshin Salmara. The superintendent of police border South Salmara Mankachar to make an inquiry and submit a report before the court as to whether the proceedee Soebuddin,
Subajuddin.
Sobayuddin, I know. Sobazuddin. And Sobazuddin at serial number 89 of the voters list of 1997 of village Kharuabanda are one and the same person. List on so and so for the report of the superintendent. I think if he is same person, we can finish it here only.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Very clear. 66 voter list, then the mother is there, then along with the mother's son is there, same village. Only you just verify whether this man and that man is same or not. And the rest. Item 8,
May I please use your lordship? Petitioner. Father is Binoy Mandal and grandfather is Goshai Lal Mandal. Petitioner grandfather casted vote in the year 1966.
which page?
Page 70, lordship. 66 voters list. Page 70.
Gosailal Mondal is the grandfather
Yes, lordship.
and
Then,
1966.
yes,
Gaon naam
Kothal,
Kothal. Is
No.
it Kothal or Khatil?
Khatilpara.
Khatilpara.
Khatilpara. Then 70 voters list,
Page number.
page number 72, lordship. Gosai Lal,
Gosailal and Binoy Mondal. Binoy is the father.
father. And she has, father has adduced evidence as DW2.
Who is the petitioner?
Petitioner is,
Ulupi.
Ulupi.
Mondal. Ulupi
Ulupi.
Mondal.
Mondal is her maiden surname.
And now,
Marital is
now-
Biswas.
now
Biswas.
this was. So Binoy Mondal had rendered evidence
Yes,
that he is his daughter. Was he cross-examined?
yes, lordship. Page 67 is that.
What is the result of the cross-examination?
Ulupi is my daughter. She was born in the year 1983. Now she is 33.
No, this is cross or this is in chief?
No, chief on affidavit has been filed.
And this is in cross.
Direct and square question been put by the tribunal.
You want to cross-examine? Go and cross-examine. Otherwise, he is very specific. So and so is my daughter.
And even her admit card also is being exhibited. Admit card, HSLC admit card, where father's name also is there.
Village name is not there.
Village name is not there. Yes.
School certificate contains the village.
Village address
Because
is
that
there.
is basis on the base of the admission register.
Yes, lordship.
Matrix admit card and certificate don't contain that. the
Yes,
certificate.
her date of birth is there and father's name is.
Put here. তোমার কিমান হইছে? Change করা? Order will have to continue till tomorrow to type out some election. কোনে আইব? নহলে অলরেডি পাঁচটা মান হোৱা নাই জানো? তিনটা হইছে। The petitioner Ulupi Biswas had been rendered to the Foreigners Tribunal number
Number 2 Bongaigaon.
2 Bongaigaon for rendering an opinion as to whether the person who entered the state of Assam, resulting in registration of case number
Case number BNGN/FT2 PDR, case number 191/2017. Page 30 is the impugned order.
What is the date of the opinion?
25/8/22, lordship.
Opinion 20, opinion agreed. In the writ proceeding, the petitioner relies on the voters list of 1966 of village Khatilpara. Police station Sidli. Police station Sidli in the present Dhubri district or Gwalpara.
No, it's
Sidli is somewhere this side.
this side in near Chirang, lordship.
Maybe Kokrajhar also, Sidli. Kokrajhar. In the present Kokrajhar,
No, it's
in the present Kokrajhar district, which
And-
contains the name of
Chirag. Now it's-
Kosailal Mondal, son of Sivas, at serial. What is it? 141.
No,
Petitioner also relies on the voters list of 19.
Page 72.
Also relies on the voters list on also 1970 of village Khatilpara, which contains the name of Gosailal Mondal, son of Srivas, and Binoy Mondal, son of Gosai, at serial number 213 and 214 respectively, and both are shown to be residing in the same house number 88. Petitioner claims that Gosailal Mondal is her grandfather and Binoy Mondal is her father. Binoy Mondal had rendered evidence before the tribunal, stating in chief, as well as to the questions put by the tribunal, that Ulubi Biswas is her daughter. And what else he said?
Page 67. Let's see. Ulupi is my daughter. She was born in the year
That
1983.
she was born in the year 1983.
83. Now she is 36 years old. I cast my vote in Basugaon in the year 1970 with my father. My mother is Yashoda Mandal. My daughter got married.
And also describing his other family members. According to the petitioner claims that the discharge, that the burden under section 9 of the 1946 had been discharged. We have noticed that Binoy Mondal had not been cross-examined by the Home Department of the Government of Assam. In the circumstance, matter remanded back to the tribunal to enable the Home Department to cross-examine Binoy Mondal on the veracity of the evidence that he had rendered that Ulupi Biswas is his daughter. The petitioner would be at liberty to produce any further material if so available. Upon doing the needful, pass a reasoned order.
Lordship, now Katilpada falls under Basugaon Police Station and in Chirang district now.
In the present Chirang district, under Basugaon Police Station in the Chirang district.
Deeply obliged.
Item 9.
Yes, Mr. Ali.
May it please the Lord. My lord, in this case, my lord, we have, my lord, challenged the proceeding, my lord, as well as notice, my-
9, it's the first time it is coming.
first time, my lord.
Who is the father of Aziz Mia?
Lord, page 18, my lord,
Page 18. Sonaruddin.
Lord, please.
Which document will show that Sonaruddin is the father?
Lord, proceeding is pending. Proceeding is pending.
Then why are you before the court?
We have challenged the proceeding, my lord.
Why do you challenge? You
Lord,
go and answer.
In the report, my lord, they are saying, my lord, proceeding should be dropped because I am not a legal migrant.
Where is it?
Page, my lord. 40, my lord. Inquiry report start, my lord, page 38, report, my lord, page 40.
The superintendent can, he always has the liberty to take a different view.
Lord. And
This
thereafter,
is not binding. Because these are inquiries made.
Lord.
After the inquiry made, the superintendent will apply his own mind on the thing. If he feels that he is unable to take a decision whether the man is or is not an illegal migrant, he will refer it. It's nothing of any binding nature. The way in a disciplinary proceeding inquiry, the authority can differ with the inquiry report also. If the inquiry report is in favor, that the charges are not proved, that doesn't mean the disciplinary procedure authority cannot take any action against you. You may differ with the inquiry. Inquiry is only to enable him to produce any material before him. Views are not binding. Only the material produced by the inquiring authority is binding. If you find there is no material, he will refer it.
And this point, if lordship has already decided, my lord.
Let us see what decision we have taken. So why we are telling you, we may have to differ with it. Otherwise, now the inquiry authority will decide whether the man is a foreigner or not. He has no jurisdiction. He has jurisdiction only to make an inquiry and submit a report, not to arrive at any conclusion.
Knowledge of.
What is Monowara Khatun? Let us see. Because there only Monowara Khatun was followed. Monowara, oh, it is here.
I have given, my lord.
Hmm. This is something different, but otherwise, law had not given any authority to an inquiry officer to decide. Inquiry authority will only inquire. Inquire means what material you have. And he will forward it to the superintendent border. Superintendent border may take a decision whether there is a requirement to refer or not. But ultimately, it is the tribunal who will decide. Tribunal is given the authority to decide on citizenship.
Tribunal, my lord, will decide, my lord, on the basis of reference.
Understand?
Lordship.
And reference will be made when there is no material to arrive at a conclusion whether the man is a citizen or not. Ultimately, you will have to discharge the burden under Section 9 before somebody. Now, if you say that this inquiry officer is binding, then what was the material before the inquiry officer?
Voter list was produced, my lord.
Which one?
66 voter list. In the,
Page number?
is,
Where is it written?
Uh,
Instead of leaving all these matters in a doubt, why don't you go and produce the voter list before the tribunal? Get a declaration. It's more permanent, more foolproof for you. Instead of venturing into all these technicalities.
no. Case 44, my lord.
Then if you are relying on the inquiry authority, you'll have to also give us material so that we can satisfy ourselves that he was right.
But page 44, my lord, it was also reported, my lord.
Page,
During the inquiry, my lord, page 44.
during the inquiry, what was produced?
During the inquiry, the suspect had produced voter list of 1966,
Huh.
which belongs
Oh, no.
to his father.
How does he know it belongs to his father? How does he know that whether it belongs to your father or not? You have claimed it. So who will decide? Tribunal. And that too, he's an officer in charge of Patan Bazar police station.
Inquiry officer.
But again, he himself says, case may be sent for trial at tribunal court. Let us see your 66 voters list. Where is it? What we have produced?
66 voter list, my lord, page 18, my lord.
Is 18. Sonaruddin, huh? How do you prove that Sonaruddin is the father?
Then, my lord, we have, I have, my lord, the Jawabandi page 35, my lord.
But Jamabandi is not produced before the
no.
one. So you go to the tribunal, we'll ask them to consider this only this material.
And he has.
Jamabandi, Sonaruddin,
Uh,
just a minute, village Kosaripara. You, actually, you may be right, but. And what's the name of the petitioner?
And Aziz, my lord.
Aziz,
Aziz.
Aziz Mia.
Lord. And page 27, my lord, his voter list along with mother, my lord.
Page 27. Aziz Mia, Sonaruddin. Yes, Mr. Sharma,
Yes, Lord.
here's the material to show something.
Let him place before the tribunal, Lord.
But we are little hesitant in giving this power to the police to take their own decision, whether a man is yes or not.
As
Police
per,
is only there to collect material.
as per, my lord, the
Mr. Ali,
lordship.
how will you like if the police tomorrow starts deciding on the criminal cases? Why is the police there? To investigate, to collect material. Who will decide? Trial court.
Lord.
So tomorrow, if we allow this kind of acts, give this kind of power to the police, tomorrow one accused will also, the police, if suppose he convicts one accused, what will happen?
As per, my lord, findings, my
No,
lord.
we'll say, the police will say that this man is liable to be convicted, this is the matter, he is convicted. And he gives a report to his higher authority. Will the matter go to the court or it will not go to the court? Or he'll be sent to jail because the police has convicted. Same is the case here. How can the police decide?
But as per, my lord, husband.
Muslim Mondo.
No,
Make
my lord,
it-
no, your lordship decided, my lord. Just now I have given, my
No,
lord.
that we are not
The
decided. this.
SP has, my lord,
Mr. Ali, we have read both the judgments.
No.
Nowhere it is decided this question.
they can, my lord, re-investigate the matter.
Not re-investigate, not required. Here on page 44 especially, we are not happy with this. Police cannot. Police is not empowered to decide. Empowered to police will be a gandogol na hoga. And suppose this division bench order is now interpreted in a criminal matter, then what will you do?
No, criminal matter, my lord. If my lord final report is submitted, somebody can challenge, my lord.
Same,
See,
everything is there.
Final report
Ultimately,
and charge sheet, my lord.
ultimately it is the
Lordship.
court. This is what we are trying to ask you.
In some criminal
Can we give
cases,
a finality to these police views taken? Mr. Ali,
Lordship,
sometimes arguments are very attractive. Think about the further consequence. Tomorrow, you yourself will suffer if we decide the matter in this manner, in another case. Suppose tomorrow the police arrest Mr. Ali, then investigate, find out, then also convict Mr. Ali. Mr. Ali is to be imprisoned for 7 years. Suppose they do it, what will you do? You will challenge it immediately. Police comes and relies on our misjudgment. What answer will you give? Suppose I decided today in your favor, you'll be very happy. Your one man has got all the relief. Suppose the police then comes and relies on this division bench judgment and says that yes, police can do it. Ultimately, it will be a big issue for deciding. It will go to another larger bench. You'll have to wait, but you'll be under conviction and sentence at least for that period. Why do you want to expand the powers of authority which they don't have? All right. Think over a little larger.
but I,
Mhm.
Your Lordship may observe and remind.
Why your police is behaving in this manner? Ask him a show cause this man. B. Bhattacharjee, inquiry officer. And also the superintendent, the officer in charge Patan Bazar police station. Why is he acting in this manner? Who gave him this power? And that too, Muslim Mandal says will cause an inquiry. Who will cause an inquiry? That the highest man, the superintendent of police border will cause an inquiry. And this OC is only an subordinate to the entire procedure. He is just sent to collect information, not to take a decision. Mhm. Mhm.
Let him go and complete the trial before tribunal, Lordship.
That is the ultimate answer.
Yes.
But why your authorities are acting in this manner, giving the leverage to Mr. Ali to raise this kind of argument? Mhm. Who gave him this power and authority?
Yes, Lordship.
Muslim Mandal is no? Muslim Mandal.
SP is not satisfied with their inquiry report, Lordship. That's why it is forwarded to tribunal, Lordship.
Mm. Just we can go. This 480% is given the opportunity to demonstrate that that he is not a foreigner. Opportunity is the word is. This is investigation. We that the police investigation included in the report. So superintendent may take a call whether he is to be returned or he is not to be returned. Even CRPC has not given that power to the police. Suppose there is a FIR, police will investigate. After investigation, police finds that there is nothing against this accused. He'll make a final report. But that final report is again placed before the magistrate, because it is only the magistrate who can take this call. So here also, 97 of Muslim Mandal says you make an investigation or inquiry to find out if after making the inquiry, the police finds that this man is relying on this document, 66 voters list. Also one Jamabandi, as you are now trying to rely on. He will put it up in his note. The tribunal that also consider that in my view, he is not a thing. And the tribunal will pass a final order. And yes, there is enough material to show this man is a citizen, is accordingly declared. But see the consequence of giving this power to the police. Suppose you are declared Indian foreigner, it is good. If the police has the power to declare you to be foreigner, police declare you to be a citizen. Correspondingly, police will also have the power to declare you to be a foreigner. It has to be equivalent power. It cannot be said that the police cell will have only one power. Police will not have the other power. And compare it with investigation, when the moment you say investigation, principle of CRPC comes in. And tomorrow, in a criminal case, if you say police has both the powers to declare a person to be not to be an offender, corresponding power will also be there to declare him to be to convict him also to be an offender. What will happen? Mr. R. Ali, Land Counsel Petitioner, seeks for adjournment to examine the aspect as to whether, under the law, it has to be understood that the police, while making an investigation or inquiry, also has the power to declare a person to be not to be a foreigner. This tomorrow. Tomorrow, can't you bondo? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. No. You have to argue the whole gamut, otherwise you cannot. Other judgments are just for. My judgment says follow that other name. What is that other name? Mondal and what? Monwara. Monwara Khatun is something totally different issue. It's nothing connected with this one. I read the book.
Not right. Item 10 for admission.
Yes, Mr. Sigdar, you want to, you'd like,
My lord, here in this case, my lord.
Mr.
advocate-
Sigdar, would you like to give so much power to the police?
My lord, police is to only collect materials.
Yes.
No, we are saying if you give one power to the police, you'll also have to give the opposite power
But
also.
the tribunal, while taking cognizance of the case,
Then
to
you can
consider.
say that it will be mandatory for the tribunal to look into this
Yes, sir.
material
Yes,
also.
That
You
is
cannot
paragraph
skip this.
90.
That is okay, that is fair. But if you give so much power to the police, what will happen? Today you are the
there will be more
beneficiary.
chaos.
Today you are the beneficiary, tomorrow will be the person suffering from it. That's why in criminal law also this power is not given. You only investigate, inquiry, find out material, that's all.
But
Or you can
but-
give your,
my lord, I have my experience, I have dealing so many cases. But tribunal never in a case said that this is a case where this cannot be taken into cognizance. There is no case, no ground. This type of order and never.
no, here we can pass an order that as 66 has been later on, this Jamabandi is there. Tribunal will first look into it,
Yes,
whether that document will
Yes.
prove it or not. And then go for other issues. That can be provided, no difficulty. But we are skeptical of giving so much of power to the police when the law doesn't give it.
Yes,
The judgment will be misused in other cases. One case will favor Mr. Ali, no doubt today, but the same judgment will hit him back tomorrow.
only my lord, the Muslim ordinance paragraph 98 said that
Investigation.
reference should not be mechanical.
Investigation give him an opportunity to show. If in that investigation he produces material, police is also bound to collect that material
Yes,
and with his opinion, maybe he can forward it to the authority. That yes, in my investigation, I have found this material which may lead to a conclusion. Please look into this aspect also. Otherwise, what the police tells, that this man could not produce anything, so he's referred.
yes.
Here it will be in a little more modified form, that he produced this one, which may indicate he is a citizen, please look into it. But he himself, I cannot
give
whether
up.
he can take his own decision. So if I allow police to take his decision in favor, I'll also have to allow to take decision against you. So next police will get hold of the next man, he say he's a foreigner, declare him, I declare him. Why?
Which can advise can make mention, these are the grounds of suspect,
Ah,
these are the grounds not to be
he
suspect.
can make it apparent that these materials are also to be looked into. And you cannot ignore them. Please.
My lord. Here in this case, my lord, admittedly, the family came to India from the then Pakistan, my lord, East Pakistan.
Rani Acharya, who is the father?
My lord, father is my lord, Chittaranjan Asarji.
Page
If
number.
you kindly have a look at the Annexure 3, page 34. There is a land exchange, my lord. One Asmat Ali, he was from Nalbari district person. He went to East Pakistan
I
and he,
understand, this will, we are not on the authenticity of the exchange document.
my lord,
It only shows his presence.
yes, my presence. So my lord, these documents were
Who is he? Dhirendra.
Chittaranjan Asarji is the
Chittaranjan.
father and Dhirendra Chandra Asarji,
Chittaranjan
Jagdish Chandra
Asarji.
Asarji, they are the paternal uncles,
Chittaranjan is the father.
father.
And which document will show Chittaranjan is the father?
My lord, there is a school certificate,
Page number.
page 44, my lord. This was also exhibited as exhibit F, my lord, page 44.
The headmaster examined.
Headmaster was not examined, that is it.
Get the headmaster
Yes.
examined with the school report.
And my lord, tribunal taken a view that this land sale deed,
Mr. Sigdar. We don't like to read the views of the tribunal
my lord,
because they are never based on any material on record.
Right.
It's basically on the imagination of that person.
my lord, the tribunal has signed it as an exhibit number But tribunal did not rely it because it's a photocopy.
Which one?
Matlab the annexure 3, it is exhibited as exhibit A.
I better not look into all this. Unnecessarily have to give some strictures to the tribunal for all this.
Right.
You go and get your right
Right.
established. Photocopy होते ना sound. From where has the tribunal learned the laws? They have a different set of law applicable in the tribunal created by themselves, or the general law is applicable. These kind of approaches of the tribunal give others to attack them even more. And the credibility also goes down. Nothing else other than that.
If the tribunal would have been better in the judicious manner, then there would have been a less case.
Definitely, no. Person who could discharge a burden, appreciate it. Person who could not, declare him. There cannot be that the tribunals are in some kind of a mission to achieve something. By this way or the other way. Can't be like that. Public will lose their confidence in them if you behave in this manner. Mr. Yes, Sheila and counsel for the petitioner. So the petitioner Sheila Rani Acharya had been referred to the Foreigners Tribunal number
Impun order at page 67, my lord.
67.
FT second, case number 663, 60.
Foreigners Tribunal number 2, Borpeta, for rendering an opinion as to whether she is a person who entered the state of Assam on or after 25/3/1971, resulting in registration of FT second case number 663/2016, which the tribunal rendered an opinion dated 5/9/2018, declaring the petitioner to be a foreigner. Being aggrieved, this writ petition is instituted. In the writ proceeding, the petitioner relies on the, it's a registered deed, Mr. Sridhar, relies on a registered deed.
Yes, my lord.
Number 3325 dated 22/7/1965, by which, amongst others, Chittaranjan Acharya, son of late Dinabandhu Acharya, son of late Jagabandhu Acharya,
Dhirendra Chandra Acharya, Jagadish, my lord, Chittaranjan Subhu,
Ah,
all son of Jagabandhu.
Jagabandhu, amongst others, those Chittaranjan, son of late Jagabandhu Acharya, had exchanged a plot of land with Hasmat Ali, son of late Urfat Ali,
Urfat Sheikh, my lord.
Urfat Sheikh, at village Naurapara, police station, Durgapur,
My lord, land is
of
in village
Moimansingh
Narayangaon.
of Moimansingh district. Oh no, their land in Moimansingh,
Moimansingh
had-
district.
by which their land of 1 acre 78 decimal of Dag number 338, Tozi KL 77, Khaitan 235 at village Naurapara, police station Durgapur of Moimansingh district of the present Bangladesh, was exchanged with a plot of land measuring 1 bigha 2 kathas 1 lesses of Dag number 355 old 7667 new of KP Pata number CP 32/60-61 and 3 kathas 1 lesser of Dag number 120 old 769 new the total being bighas, 2 kathas at village Narayangaon, Moza, Bonbhag, police station, Baksa of Kamrup district. Full stop. The exchange was made in the circumstance that Chittaranjan Acharya and others migrated to India from the Momen Singh district of erstwhile Bangladesh, from the present Bangladesh, leaving behind their land, whereas the other person of the deed, Hasmat Ali, was a person who had undertaken the reverse migration from India to Bangladesh, and accordingly both the parties had exchanged their lands, which lands in their respective countries. Be that as it may, the deed number 3325 dated 22/7/1965 do establish that Dhirendra Chandra Acharya, son of late Jagabandhu Acharya, did exist in the state of Assam as on the date when the deed was signed, that is in the year 1965. To establish that the petitioner Sila Rani Acharya is the daughter of Chittaranjan Acharya, reliance is placed on a certificate issued by the Paschim Bonbhag Anchalik High School under the signature of its headmaster, which contains the information that Sila Rani Acharya is the daughter of late Chittaranjan Acharya of village Narayangaon. It is taken note of that the exchange of land had taken place in respect of village Narayangaon. It has been brought to our notice that the tribunal had rejected the school certificate on the ground that only a photocopy was produced. Full stop. In any view of the matter, as per the judgment rendered by this court in which was the school certificate judgment? So these were
Certificate, my lord, I have my lord.
which was the school certificate judgment? Anima Das or Rupa Das? Rupa Das, I think. As well, judgment or Rupa Das, rendered by this court in Rupa Das versus Union of India and others reported in so and so. The evidentiary value of the school certificate is to be authenticated by oral evidence of the headmaster by producing the original of the school records. And it is immaterial whether a photocopy is produced or the original is produced. The tribunal, it appears, had not followed the due procedure of law in rejecting the school certificate,
As well as the land document, my lord. Land
as well as the land document. Matter accordingly remanded back to the tribunal to enable the petitioner to produce the certified copy of the land document which they intend to rely upon, as well as the school certificate by having the evidence of the headmaster of the school along with the school original school admission register to authenticate the contents of the school certificate. Upon doing the needful, if the aforesaid materials do indicate that the petitioner had discharged the burden under Section 9 of the Foreigners Act 1946, appropriate reason order may be passed by the tribunal. Baki, can you say? To appear on so and so one day.
deep lovely.
Item 11.
My lord, here in this case, my lord, father Meghnad is voter in 1965.
Page number
Case 25,
25.
25, Marnagular 26. Meghnad.
Meghnad, son of Radhakanta,
Radhakanta Mandal.
is the father.
Father.
66, village Kanchanpur. And who is the mother?
My lord, mother, my lord,
No, mother is not required. I think, and now how do you establish?
Linkage, my lord, the school certificate,
Page number
page 35.
35.
My lord, father had two stations.
Hmm.
My lord, the Kanchanpur is a sore area.
Oh.
When flood comes, then she used to stay in Gurbanda. That is the,
But you have to prove it,
my lord,
not just state, you have to prove it.
my lord.
Ah.
The school certificate,
Page number
page 35, my lord.
30.
Mondu Mandal, son of Meknath Mandal.
But it's of a different place.
Yes, my lord. Village is Gurbanda. But the 93 years old
Gurbanda.
father and 80 years old Gaura was examined, my lord.
Mother also examined.
No. Father
Father examined.
was examined,
Where is the father?
my lord. Lordship will find at page, oral deposition at page 42.
42.
Page 42. Megnath Mandal, son of Radhakanta Mandal, village number 1, Gurbanda, Mouza Kanchanpur. I am father of OP Mandu Mandal.
Shifted in which year? Shifted about 50-55 years back.
Long back, my lord.
So you get the voters list and prove the shifting also.
My lord,
It is only one statement remains.
Other state, now state in Kanchanpur, but the son state in Gurbanda. So lord, it's a matter of verification, my lord.
No, Meghnad Mandal village Bhurbanda.
My lord.
So here says he shifted from
No, my lord.
Kanchanpur to Bhurbanda.
No, my lord, kindly have a look at the his statement.
No.
I cast vote since
Mr.
1965,
Page 42, his evidence I'm looking.
my lord. I am father of OP Mandu Mandal. I was born and brought up at Kanchanpur, PS Rupahi Hut. My father's name is Radhakanta Mandal. My
My
name
Javani
is
Mandal,
Durga
Montu
Mani
Mandal.
Mandal.
I shifted from Kanchanpur to Bhurbanda 55 years back.
Yes, my lord.
I cast
cast
vote
vote-
since 65 till date and
Kanchanpur.
village.
He always cast vote in Kanchanpur, but son stayed in Bhurbanda. My lord, the Gavura statement is also clear, my lord.
No, but then why is he describing himself Meghnad Mandal of village Bhurbanda?
No, my lord. I'm not describing.
Come to page 42.
My lord,
Meghnad is
My
the
lord.
father,
my lord,
village Bhurbanda.
my lord. My lord, his statement, my lord,
Mr. Shigdar, please read
my
the.
lord, that may be recording, mistake of recording, my lord.
Something has happened. That's what they were indicating.
My lord, his statement is, my lord, that he used to cast vote in Kanchanpur,
But he also says I shifted from Kanchanpur
Yes.
to Bhurbanda.
Bhurbanda.
Shifted means shift.
My lord, but that is
You
a
do
part
one
of
thing,
well
you
residence, my lord.
ask Meghnad to reappear before the tribunal, give evidence in a more detailed, better manner.
Very old person, I don't know whether he is surviving at this stage or not. 93-year-old at that time, my lord. My lord, Kavura statement is very clear.
Gaura, where?
Kavura lordship will find at page 45. He's also a aged person. Toshikanta Sarkar, father's name Toshindra Sarkar. I am Gavura number 1 and 2 Bhurbanda. I have to deposit in favor of Montu Mandal. I have
Again, he says, he was born and brought up at Bhurbanda.
proceeded born
Meghnad
and brought up.
Mandal is the father,
Well-
Radhanath Mandal, grandfather.
Well-
They were resident of village Kanchanpur, is a distance of 8 kilometers from Bhurbanda. Opis Bhare is staying both at village Kanchanpur. Yes, Mr. Sharma? He says he's staying both at Kanchanpur and this thing.
Lordship, Gaura of village Kanchanpur may file an affidavit, Lordship.
No, now the,
He is the
Very
Gaura
clear
of
statement.
Bhurbanda.
but Gaurab Kanchanpur may be a very young man. He may not be knowing all this. This Sasikanda Sarkar, he is aged about
At that
79
time,
years.
79 years.
So he knows the proceedings since his birth.
But his village is Puraba.
Other Gaungura may not be knowing so much.
Father of the petitioner
Very
casted vote in India 1965 at Kanchanpur, Lordship.
He is casting vote till now in Kanchanpur.
Kanchanpur, so.
But they have the
uh,
apparent another residence.
So you produce all the voters list of Kanchanpur? Of Meghnad?
My lord, that can be.
That will show Meghnad is that Meghnad of Kanchanpur and this one is the same person. Hmm.
That can be.
I think that's one way to show. And this will be corroborated by the evidence of the Gambura. Gambura says he is staying at both village, Gandharva as well as Gurbanda.
But he is voter only in Kanchanpur.
Hmm. So if the Meghnad of Kanchanpur also comes and deposes that so and so is my son, he may be residing in a different place, that is a good evidence. Right? সব ধর্মের কথা ভাবা আরম্ভ করে কি করবো করা যায় মেম্বার যেটা যেটাকে যদি সাহিত্যিক বলবো করা যাবে ভালো গল্প লিখতে যাবে ইভেন্ট ভেরি গুড
I have annexed some land documents, my lord. Land documents of Kanchanpur, my lord.
Page number.
My lord, 65 onwards, my lord.
No,
Yes,
in any of the land document, Muntu name is mutated in place of Meghnad.
Father is surviving, therefore I think not mutated.
So you wait for a few years till Meghnad dies. Then you can get a mutation document. It will be very.
93 years old person, my lord. I don't know whether he is surviving or not.
No, you may not have to wait very long. Heard Mr. A.R.C. and counsel for the petition also. Muntu Mandal had been referred to the Foreigners Tribunal number 3 Nogam for rendering an opinion as to whether he is a person who entered the state of Assam from the specified territory on or after 25/3/1971, resulting in registration of FT case number 643/2015, an opinion dated 14/12/2018 had been rendered declaring the petitioner to be a foreigner. Being aggrieved, this writ petition is instituted. In the writ petition, the petitioner relies on the voters list of 1965 of village Kanchanpur, which contains the name of Meghnad, son of Radhakanta, at serial 726. Petitioner claims that Meghnad of the 1965 voters list is his father. The petitioner's name finds place in the voters list of 1997 of village Bhurbanta, which contains the name of Bantu Mandal, son of Meghnad Mandal, at serial 400. Meghnad Mandal had rendered evidence as DW. Which page?
My lord, at 42. Page 42.
40?
42, my lord.
42. As DW2. Stating that he is the father of Mantu Mandal. And that he himself was born and brought up at village Kanchanpur. DW2 Meghnad Mandal states that he had shifted from village Kanchanpur to village Bhurbanda about 55 years back. But he still continues to cast his vote at village Kanchanpur. although he describes himself to be of village Bhurbandha. The Gaumbura of village Bhurbandha had deposed as DW3, and his deposition, states that Montu Mandal was born and brought up at village Bhurbandha and is still residing at village Bhurbandha, and that Meghdad Mandal is his father. Is the father, and late Radhanath Mandal is the grandfather of Montu Mandal, and both the father and the grandfather are residents of village Kanchanpur, which is at a distance of about 8 kilometers from Bhurbandha. The DW3 Gaumbura stated that the father of Montu Mandal is staying at both the villages, that is Kanchanpur and Bhurbandha. Any school certificate?
My lord, I have.
You refer to a
an
school certificate.
School certificate.
Petitioner
35.
also relies on a school certificate. Which page?
Page 35, my lord.
35. Also relies on a school certificate, which contains information that Montu Mandal is the son of Meghdad Mandal of village Bhurbandha. Headmaster examined,
Headmaster was not ex.
but the headmaster of school had not been examined. In the circumstance, matter remanded back to the tribunal to examine, to firstly allow the petitioner to also examine the headmaster of Laukwa High School, so as to authenticate the information contained in the school certificate from the original school admission register. But as regards the issue that Montu Mandal is a resident of Bhurbandha and his name appears in a voters list of Bhurbandha, whereas Meghdad Mandal, who is claimed to be his father, is a resident of village Kanchanpur as per the voters list of 1965. Sentence. Comma. The DW2 Montu Mandal himself had stated that he himself had stated that he had shifted from village Kanchanpur to Bhurbandha, but he still continues to cast his vote from 1965 till date at village Kanchanpur, meaning thereby that the name of Meghdad Mandal would continue to appear in the voters list of village Kanchanpur. Petitioner may produce the continuous voters list of village Kanchanpur to show that Meghdad Mandal, that the name of Meghdad Mandal has all along appeared in the voters list of village Kanchanpur. The DW3 Gaumbura, who is a 79-year-old person and who knows the petitioner since his birth, had stated that the father of the petitioner, Meghdad Mandal, is staying both at village Kanchanpur as well as village Bhurbandha. The aforesaid statement aforesaid statements contained in the evidence of DW2 and DW3 do explain the issue as to how The Meghnad Mandal, the father is, the name appears in the voters list at village Kanchanpur. And how the name of the petitioner appears at village Bhurbanda. And also why the name of the father of the petitioner at times is also referred to be a resident of village Bhurbanda. It is also noticed that in the cross-examination, the aforesaid statements of DW2 and 3 had not been rebutted by the respondents in any manner. In the second matter, remanded back to the tribunal to examine all the voters list of since 1965 of village Kanchanpur. So as to arrive at his conclusion as to whether Meghnad Mandal is a resident of Kanchanpur. The respondents in the Home Department also allowed to cross-examine DW3, the Gaubura, as regards his statement that Meghnad Mandal resided in both the villages, that is village Kanchanpur and Bhurbanda. It is stated that DW2 Meghnad Mandal at the time of deposition was about 93-year-old and therefore at present may not be in an appropriate physical state, whether it's existing or not. Did I write that?
3 years back, my lord.
No.
3-4 years back.
Man, is whether at present existing or not. Should I write that?
My lord, yes, that
Can be written.
written.
Won't be very proper. He was a 93-year-old when the
Deposition was taken.
and therefore they may not be in an appropriate physical. No, it's a sentence. In a physical state to again come before the court for cross-examination. If the respondents, if DW3 is still alive and the respondents intend to cross-examine, it be done through the method of commission at the expense of the Home Department. At any place where DW3 Meghnad Mandal may at present reside. Upon doing the needful, a reason of the past reason.
Right.
Petitioner also may also produce any relevant, any further relevant material if so advised.
My lord, in one line, my lord, DW2's name has been recorded as Montu Mandal. DW2 is being
Sorry.
in one line, my lord.
Recorded as
Montu Mandal. Montu Mandal is the proceeding.
Montu
DW2
Noy.
Other Meghnad.
Other is Meghnad, DW2. Okay.
Develop.
Item 12,
Well,
Yes, your lordship. Lordship, in page 72, lordship, my
who's
grandparents.
Jawal Sheikh? Who's the father?
Siddiq Ali, lordship, Siddiq Ali, lordship, page 72, lordship.
Is 72.
Yes, lord. Their grandparents and father is their lordship. Osman Ali Akon, lordship, grandfather.
Osman Ali is the
Akon,
father,
Grandfather,
grandfather,
grandfather, and Habijan Nasa, lordship, grandmother. Siddiq
grandmother.
Ali is
And
my-
who is the father?
Siddiq Ali, lordship.
This voters list of
66,
66.
Sengur for village, lordship.
Village, Angur Shah,
Sengur for lordship.
Puroni Diara. And who is the father now?
Lordship, now lordship, means 85 lordship. My name jointly appears lordship. Lordship, actually, in the case I have annexed only single village lordship, just I have calculated the certificate township, I have any about this lordship. Lordship, this is of same village lordship, 85 voter list. But here my grandfather and father expired lordship. That's why my grandmother's name is their lordship, and my name and my mother's name is their lordship. Serial number 81, Habijan Nasa, my grandmother lordship. That is from 66 lordship.
Who is the father?
My father expired lordship, now prior to that lordship.
Oh, father died.
Died lordship. Grandfather also died lordship. That's why grandmother's name and my mother's name is in the last line.
What is the name of the Mother,
Mother is Abeda Beola.
Shahida,
Abeda,
Abed,
87 Lordship, January 87.
Abeda.
Uh,
And who is the father? Father was Siddiq.
Siddiq. My Nur Jamal Sheikh Lordship, my name is 86 Lordship.
The
Nur Jamal Sheikh
petitioner
Siddiq.
is Nur Jamal,
Nur Jamal, yes, sir. Nur Jamal Sheikh is Siddiq.
son of Siddiq.
That Siddiq of Lordship, voter list 66.
No,
Lordship.
while he was alive, there is no voters list of Siddiq.
Who's there? No, after just prior to 70 Lordship, my father expired.
No,
Lordship.
no. This is 85. Siddiq had died in the meantime.
No, yes, prior to 70 Lordship, right, Lordship.
Prior to
70,
70,
yes,
Siddiq
Lordship.
died.
And in 70 voter list, my mother name, my grandfather's name is there, Lordship.
Oh, Siddiq. Oh, Siddiq is there.
Lordship.
Hmm.
Also, may have Lordship, voter list of 70 Lordship is 75. It will be Lordship, some clear should be given Lordship.
Reference to put it. Reference to.
You can transfer money. You can transfer money with the government. Which other is? Now, we should have to go on as our plan. So I have to refer to another photo list, 70 Lordship. It will be some more question Lordship. In 70 Lordship, my grandparents and my mother name will be Lordship. My father expired Lordship. Page Lordship, Vanagal Lordship, page 75 Lordship. Lordship, grandfather, Osman Akon, Habizan as a grandmother, and my mother is Aveda Khatun Lordship, Bewa Lordship. This 70 Lordship.
Yes. You are relying on page number 74, 72, and
Yes,
one more list you have produced somewhere.
Lordship, another this,
No, initially you referred to some list.
Lordship, page 72 Lordship. This is
No, 70.
2.
No, 72 I have read, 74 I have read. One more you said.
Lordship, this is I have given the extra copy. Page-
Where the name of Nur Jamal appears.
Yes, Lordship, the extra page, Lordship.
Okay, it's an extra copy. Yes, Mr. Sharma.
Yes, Lordship will kindly see page 79, Lordship, one Gao Pansat certificate is here, Lordship. A certified that Nur Jamal Sheikh, son of Siddiq Ali, is an inhabitant of this Namar Gao under Pathuria Gao Pansayat. But document placed by the petitioner is of village Sengursor. Reference to reference to annex 12.
Yes.
Lordship, that place is Lordship, his paternal uncle's house, Lordship. Paternal uncle's Lordship. In that time also, Lordship, he also resides sometime there, Lordship.
Is it a possibility that Nur Jamal, son of Siddiq of Namargaon, is another person who actually is the petitioner? And Nur Jamal of
Sengur, sir.
Sengursor is a different person. Nur Jamal of Chengursar is a citizen, no difficulty in accepting that. But this person may not be Nur Jamal of Chengursar. He only bears the name Nur Jamal, son of Siddiq Ali.
Yes.
Therefore, when he actually went, the Panchayat had rightly given him a certificate. You are Nur Jamal, son of Siddiq of Nomargaon. Understood?
Yes, your lordship. At that time,
So,
maybe their lordship.
Nur Jaman, son of Siddiq of Nomargaon, is before the court, trying to establish he is a citizen by latching on to Nur Jaman, son of Siddiq of Chingursar, who is actually maybe another person.
Lordship, that very big-
The respondents in the through the superintendent of police border of Mankachar of South Salmana Mankachar district to make a thorough inquiry as to whether Nur Jamal Sheikh, son of Siddiq Ali of Chingurchor village, whose name also appears in the voters list of 1985 of the said village, along with Abhijan Bewa, wife of Osman, and Abeda Bewa, wife of Siddiq, and Nur Jamal Sheikh, son of Siddiq, to whom the Panchayat had issued this certificate of Nomargaon, to whom the President Pathuria Gaon Panchayat had issued the certificate, are one and the same person. The superintendent to also make a thorough verification as to whether Nur Jamal Sheikh, the present petitioner proceeding, and Nur Jamal Sheikh of the voters list of 1985 indicated above of village Chingursar are one and the same person. Report be provided before the next returnable date. A list on so and so. A copy of the voters list of 85 produced by the petitioner is kept on record of village Chingursar.
Item 14 for hearing. Vice Chair.
Yes, Mr.
My lord, in this case, my lord, the parents and elder brother in voter list of 1966. Lord, you will find it
1960?
34.
1960,
Yes,
page 34.
34 translated. Vernacular, my lord, page 35.
Article is a long list. So who is the father?
Father is Kurban Ali.
Kurban.
Kurban Ali, Aymena
Kurban is at serial number
P46.
Korpan Ali, I think.
Kurban Ali,
Korpan father.
father.
And who is the mother? Aimon mother.
Aymena Khatun.
Aimon mother.
Yes, my lord. Elder brother Habil. Habiluddin.
Aimon mother. Habed. Where is Habed?
Habil.
Habed. Habed is brother. This is the voter list of 66.
66.
Village.
Santoshpur.
Hmm.
Village Santoshpur.
Santoshpur.
Under Abhaipuri, madam.
Ipio Khondo. Okay.
70
Now,
voter list
which
of-
document will show petitioner is the
Link
son of
is, my lord,
Korpan?
elder
Son or
brother
daughter?
examined, but
Daughter
link
of
is
the-
document is land
Sorry,
mutation, land mutation.
Page
It
number?
have to be, my lord.
Page
Page
number?
58, madam.
58.
58. And vernacular at page 59. She got land from her father as a legal heir. As per order of the circle officer dated 3/5/16 passed in mutation case. The land covered by this dag is mutated in the name of Zahira Khatun,
But this
daughter
is a
Kurban.
village, Dholagasa.
My lord, neighboring village, my lord, that is their my lord. And apart of that, my lord, the elder brother Habeluddin was
Where
examined,
is Haberuddin?
my lord. DW2,
Page number?
my lord, sheep at page 40,
40.
page 40. Habeluddin, son of Kurban Ali, 71 years, Santoshpur. Then, my lord,
Was he examined?
yes, my
Cross-examined?
lord, oral examination was also taken.
No, no, cross-examined.
No.
Cross examination at page 44. Another brother is Akhil. Akhir was also examined.
Yes, Mr. Sharma.
He was not cross-examined also.
Then, my lord, another brother, my lord, he's also Bhutar with Pavel and parents, my lord. Page 54, my lord. Page 54.
Yes, Mr. Sharma.
Lordship may remand the matter for cross-examination. Lordship.
You want to cross-examine all the three?
Cross examination is already done, my lord.
No.
Yes, yes. If see, Akhir at
Hmm.
cross examination at page 54, then DW2 at page 44.
44.
Yes, DW2 at page 44. Akhir is Akhir DW3, he is at page 54.
No. These are the questions put by the member.
Yes, that is.
FD
that
Lordship.
not-
It was not cross-examined, Lordship.
Other cross examination, they required, my lord, then it can be done, my lord.
Member is does not cross-examine. Member is examination by court.
My lord. Yes, my lord, it was done by the member.
That is examination by court. Cross-examination is by the
Yes.
by the other side. Heard Mr. Yashikar, land counsel for the petitioner, also heard Mr.
Rama Mandir, page 50.
The petitioner Zahira Khatun had been referred to the foreigners tribunal number 2 Bongaigaon for rendering an opinion as to whether she is a person who entered the state of Assam on or after 25/3/1971, resulting in registration of case number BGN/FT/case number 436/09 with reference. The tribunal rendered an opinion dated 6/1/2017 declaring the petitioner to be a foreigner, being aggrieved as writ petition is instituted in the writ petition. The petitioner relies on the voters list of 1966 of village Santoshpur, second part. In
Also,
Oh.
my lord, 70 brutalists were both both the brothers. No,
which contains the name of Korpan Ali, son of Rajab Ali at serial 35346, and that of Ayman Nessa, wife of Korpan at serial 347, and that of Habel, son of Korpan at serial 348. Petitioner claims that Korpan Ali is her father and Habel Ali is her brother. Sorry. Petitioner also relies on the voters list of 1970 of village Santoshpur Part 2, which contains, amongst others, the name of Jamaluddin, son of Rajab, son of Korpan. Who are the other brothers you were saying? One is Habel.
Habel.
And who are the others?
Other brother, my lord, at 85 brutalist.
Eight.
At page
Then
57.
70 we did not refer.
Right.
Also relies on the voters list of 90, which page?
My lord, at page 57.
Why are you putting voters list of 66 at page 35, 70 at 36, 89 at page
57.
37, and then 85 all of a sudden in 57? Why?
My lord, in between, my
You can
lord,
put it in one bunch. It is easier
Yes,
to
sir.
for us to go to. If you would. Zakir Hussain. No, 57. It na lage, এখন থাকো। 85 of Village Santospur Part 2, which contains the name of Qurban Ali, son of Rajar Ali, along with Habeluddin, son of Qurban Ali,
344 serial, my lord.
A Khalek, son of Qurban Ali, Akhiruddin, son of Qurban Ali, and Nur Muhammad, son of Qurban Ali, as well as Suleiman, son of Qurban Ali. Petitioner relies on Jamabandi in respect of a plot of land of village Dholagasa.
My lord, it is Sitakupi.
Dholagosa.
Sita for surveyed village. Please, my lord.
At the end of the order, not
Well.
now. On a Chita of surveyed village of village Dholagasa, which contains the information that as per the order of the circle officer dated 3/5/2016, land which was earlier in the name of Qurban Ali had been mutated in the name of Jahera Khatun's daughter of Qurban Ali as his legal heir. Reliance is also placed where are the oral evidences
My lord.
on the evidence of page number
My lord.
42.
Page
42 I think.
DW2 at page.
Of
48.
Habeluddin, son of Qurban Ali, as DW2, as well as that of Akhiruddin.
My lord. Akhir Ali at page
Akhiruddin, son of Qurban Ali, as DW3.
3.
And
At
one
page
more-
fif- my lord,
one more
this-
you said.
this three, my lord.
Both DW2 and DW3 deposes that Jahira Khatun is the daughter of Qurban Ali and their sisters. But it is noticed that the state through the Home Department had not cross-examined DW2 and 3. If the evidence of DW2 and 3 is acceptable, the petitioner may have discharged the burden that she is the daughter of Qurban Ali of village Santospur Part 2. Although the mutation order contained in the Chita may also be an indication, but it is taken note of that the land referred in the Chita is of Dhiles, Dholagosa, Nekiba, and not Santospur Part 2. In the Saga, remand back to examine the aforesaid voters list of 1966 and 1985 of village Santospur Part 2, as well as the evidence of DW2 and 3. Full stop. The state in the Home Department may cross-examine the DW2 and 3 as regards the veracity of the informed statements that the petitioner Jahira Khatun is the daughter of Qurban Ali of village Santospur Part 2 and is also their sisters. Upon doing the needful, a written order be passed.
Development.
15.
May I please, your lordship, my senior is another court, please pass the matter for time being. Lordship.
Item 16.
Monuara Khatun, who is the father?
Father lordship at page 16 lordship, Hasu Sheikh. 1960 document lordship. 1960.
Hasu Sheikh.
Hasu Sheikh lordship, then
1970 is also there, Lordship, page 18.
No, one is good enough. If
Lordship.
it is
Then
correct.
linkage is also voter list, Lordship.
Page number
Page number, Lordship, 23. Hasu.
23.
Lordship.
Yes, Mr. Sharma.
Remand, my lord.
Why? Hmm? Why don't you declare here itself? Okay. Hasu. 14 to 14 তক হাসু হয়ে গেছে কিন্তু 14 তক হাসু হয়ে গেছে নেক্সট মান্থ 23 হয় হাসু হবে গাঁওখানে গিয়ে ইয়াতে হে কৰিলে পঠাই দি স্কুল সার্টিফিকেট এখনো আছে না যদিও এক্সামিন করা নাই the information is into establish কৰিব কাৰণে we have the state thank you স্কুল একটু করোনার একটু দরকার নাই ইনফরমেশন করবো একটু লাগে আসে না His father is Hasu Sheikh or Hassan Ali?
Lordship, that is the doubt arises due to page 21. Hassan Ali in 2005.
2005 Hassan Ali school certificate Hassan Ali.
Lordship.
1966 Hasu Sheikh. 2014 Hasu Sheikh.
Hasu Sheikh, Lordship. And house number same, village same, Lordship.
So I think you have to go back, prove that Hasu and Hassan is same or not.
Lordship.
Otherwise, Mr. M.K. Hussain and counsel for the petitioner. Petitioner Manowara Begum had been referred to the Foreigners Tribunal number 5 Morigaon for Indian opinion as to whether she is the person who entered the state of Assam from the specified territory on or after 25 1971, resulting in registration FTD 260/2015 bracket new number corresponding to FTD 1092/2012 old number. The tribunal rendered an opinion dated 14/12/2016 declaring the petitioner to be a foreigner, being aggrieved this writ petition is instituted. In the writ petition, the petitioner relies on the voters list of 1965 of village Moirabari, police station Lahorighat, Moza Moirabari in the Nagaon district, which contains the name of Hasu Sheikh, son of Omaruddin at serial 1023. Petitioner also relies on the voters list of 1970 of village Moirabari, which also contains the name of Hasu Sheikh, son of Omaruddin at serial 1005. Petitioner further relies on the voters list of 2005 of village Moirabari, part of village Moirabari Poschim, which contains the name of Hassan Ali, son of Omar Ali at serial 705, and that of Monowara Begum's daughter of Hassan Ali at serial 712. and both are shown to be residing in the same house number 157. Further reliance is made on the voters list of 2014 of village Moirabari Part, which contains a name of Hasu Sheikh, son of late Omaruddin at serial 843, and that of Monowara Begum, daughter of Hasu Sheikh at serial 847. She is daughter or wife?
Daughter, Lordship.
How do you know she is the daughter?
Daughter, Lordship.
She may be the wife also.
No,
If she is wife has to prove to somebody else.
age gap is there, Lordship, 74 years and 30.
Age gap is nothing to indicate if somebody, that is not conclusive. The petitioner claims that the burden under section 9 of the Foreigners Act 1946 had been discharged in by referring to the voters list of 1965 of village 65 and 70 of village Moirabari, with reference to the name Hasu Sheikh by claiming him to be her father, as well as to the voters list of 2005, which contains a name of Hassan Ali, Hassan Ali, as well as the voters list of 2014, which again contains the name of Hasu Sheikh. Petitioner claims that the name of her father in some of the documents is written as Hassan Ali, whereas in other documents it is written as Hasu Sheikh, but both are one and the same person. The school certificate relied upon also contains the information that Manwara Begum is the daughter of Hassan Ali of village Moirabari. Remanded back to the tribunal to firstly ascertain as to whether Hassan Ali of the school certificate and voters list of 2005 and Hasu Sheikh of the voters list of 1966 and 1970 and 2014 are, why are you so excited? Are one and the same person. Petitioner also allowed to examine the headmaster of what was the name of the school? Moirabari Girls High School, from the attendance register as to whether with regard to the contents theory, upon the respondents in the Home Department make their own verification as to whether Hassan Ali and Hasu Sheikh are one and the same person, and if necessary by visiting the residence of Hasu Sheikh alias Hassan Ali, and thereafter submit a report before the court. You don't want to go to his house? Huh?
Not saying.
SP will not go, he'll depute someone definitely.
Asked him to take the order copy.
Sorry,
I asked him to get the order copy, Lordship. I asked my friend to get the order copy.
order copy.
Yes.
Order copy, every order copy. It is not specific. So all order copies. The last one, being the needful passage, we do not.
Date, Lordship, appear.
You want to appear?
It will be better, Lordship.
Sorry.
I will appear before the tribunal, Lordship.
16 June.
Last one, Lordship, maybe before, report before the tribunal, court, written court, Lordship. You will be confused.
Report of
They are-
definitely before tribunal.
Lordship.
Come back.
Item 17.
Please, Your Lordship, here the petitioner was referred twice. On the first occasion, she was declared citizen, and thereafter she was declared not citizen of India. And her father's name is Atabuddin Sheikh.
Are you taking the plea of res judicata?
No, your lordship,
Not taking.
no.
You want to go into merit.
Yes, already that question was decided, and this case was part of that order, your lordship.
Sorry.
When res judicata was decided, this case was part of that order, your lordship. Res judicata is already decided, your lordship.
By whom?
Honorable Justice Mr. Ujjal.
Sorry.
Secretary 99 of 2015, there is the order.
I have not understood actually.
Res
You
jud-
said, you started with the statement that there are two proceedings. In
Yes.
an earlier proceeding declared citizen, in the
Yes.
later proceeding declared foreigner, so you're before the court.
Yes.
Are you taking the ground that the second proceeding is barred by res judicata? You said no.
No,
It is already decided.
decided
Who decided?
by this honorable court, your lordship.
When? By which order?
In this, it was not in this case, the question of res judicata was decided by this honorable court earlier.
Where is that decision?
This decision is not, that in that case, it was. said
Anyway, you are not interested. It's okay. Fine. Yes, on merit.
that, her
Bhanu
father
Nessa,
name-
who is the father?
father is Atabuddin Sheikh, your lordship, and that is
After Hussein,
Atabuddin Sheikh. And page, page 6, your lordship, this is electoral roll of 1966.
First order.
First order is in page 7, your lordship. Page 7,
7 is the first order.
first one. Vernacular is, original photocopy is in page 9. your lordship. Type copy is in 7.
Decision, original decision. From the evidence. Okay, Yes, now who is the father of Bhanu? Bhanunesa,
Father of Bhanunesa is Atabuddin Sheikh,
page number,
page 6. Yeah.
page 6. Has the records been called? The record is yet to be called.
A record has called for lordship, but yet to receive lordship.
Sorry,
Not yet received lordship, perhaps lordship.
why for
Because in
6
court-
years record has not been received? Anyway, Atabuddin Shai is the father.
Father. And linkage was established by the
2000, just a minute, of 66. Oh, I को दिया ना record से तो लेकिन की दिले गांव सॉन्ग नामे नहीं पार्ट नंबर बागारिया थी नौके गांव नाम पैसे Now, which document will show you are daughter of Atabuddin Shai?
that was established by the statement of the Gaumra, DW2 as DW2.
From where the Gaumbura came to know that the petitioner is the daughter of that man? What is the source of his information?
He said that he
No, he said, understand. Today, suppose I say that I can say anything, that today in the breakfast you had bread. Even if you had taken bread or not taken bread, did you take bread? No. Next question will come from where I came to know what you had in the morning. Suppose I was also invited for a breakfast with you. I was there together in the same table and I saw that you have taken bread. Now, if I come and give evidence somewhere that Mr. Saikia had taken bread, that will be admissible because that is my source of knowledge because I was with you in your breakfast. But if without being with you in the breakfast, if I make a statement somewhere, will it be evidence?
to that extent.
From that principle, even if the Gaumbura says, from where the next question is from where the Gaumbura came to know about it.
That question was not explained properly. in
No,
his-
therefore you had not proved it. So Gaumbura, merely because a man is Gaumbura, there is nothing, no presumption in law that he knows everything in this world. Who is his daughter, what the daughter is doing, what he cannot have. But whether it is a Gaumbura or a non-Gaumbura, but suppose the person has access to your family, that will be a good evidence. Yes, he may be knowing. Suppose X goes to your house every day. He can depose who is your son or who is your daughter.
In his statement, he said that he personally knew her father.
Where is that line?
That is in affidavit, Your Lordship,
Page number?
page number,
What affidavit?
with the leave of this honorable court, we have filed one affidavit for relevant document. Well, page 7 in the order.
Your page 6 voters list is of Bagariati Nonke,
Yes,
whereas your page 13 certificate is of another village. We'll list next week, you prepare yourself. Otherwise, we don't find much material to go in your favor. Your Saikia,
yes.
you Saikia, Mr. U Saikia, 6 press for adjournment to explore as to whether any material is available which may establish that Bhanunesa is the daughter of the daughter of Atabuddin Shai, whose name appears in the voters list of 1966 of Baga Riyati Nonke at serial 264. Next week, this next week. What is here is not sufficient.
Yes. Probably in the record, one marriage certificate is also there, marriage register,
Where is the record?
that record I have to confirm.
It is noticed that although the records were called for, and there is also an order dated 11/4/2019, providing that case records so received be retained, that the records from tribunal have been received, but the records are not available today. Registry on the next date of hearing to list along with the records.
Item 18.
May I please, your lordship.
Who is the father of Rup Bhanu?
My lord, page 18, Quran Ali, voter list of
Page
19.
18,
Yes, sir.
Quran Ali.
Yes, lordship.
Quran Ali, son of Kitab Ali.
Yes, lordship. My lord, two Gaubara certificate, one from the father's residence and another from the husband's residence were exhibited, but the Gaubaras were
minute.
not examined.
Which document will show the petitioner is the daughter of Quran Ali?
Lordship Gaubara certificate, there is two Gaubara certificate.
From where the Gambira came to know?
Yes, lordship, I am coming to that, lordship.
Sorry,
I am coming to that, lordship.
please come.
Lordship, one certificate is from the father's place and another certificate is from husband's place, and he was not examined, lordship.
Who was not examined?
Both the Gaubaras were not examined, lordship. They were
No,
not
but
crossed, lordship.
you file an affidavit before this court. The Gambira will state what is the source of their knowledge. Gambira has no power to declare something.
Lordship.
Gambira has the power to only give evidence. Evidence means the fact that he is in his knowledge. So we definitely will ask you, what is the source of your knowledge?
Lordship,
If
may
you can satisfy the source of knowledge is there, we'll allow you.
Yes, lordship.
But if you cannot satisfy about the source of knowledge, we may not allow.
Lordship, may I advance one more submission, one or two line, lordship? Lordship,
No, you don't have to be so apologetic. You submit anything that is relevant. Only
lordship,
thing we'll not allow you to say something not relevant.
lordship, the father of the petitioner, who is about 90 years of old, lordship, he adduced evidence, lordship.
Where is it?
Lordship, at page 59, lordship.
This one again.
Lordship, there are four states about her marriage,
Just a minute.
and she has,
Really, Tripura Palazzo. No, no. No, Hedi Kama Tripura Palazzo. Page 18 from Tripura Palazzo. Into 61 from Tripura Palazzo. So he can also born 83 a village Kalar here. And my father Kitawali was born a village Kalar here. My daughter got married at Abdul Halim about 21 years. আগৰ কালাৰ দিয়ে মানুহ পিছত আহি কিতাপ দিয়াত থাকিলে টুকুৰা কৰা কিন্তু 66 টুকুৰা কৰা আছে এতিয়া মেন অফ 66 টুকুৰা কৰা ডিপোজ হৈছে টুকুৰা কৰা পিছত কৰি then it is a question of the same person or not. No, right, you are wrong. Even if you are the Quran on the he himself is a citizen. He is that is all evidence to see. Was he cross-examined?
Yes, Lordship, he was put question by the tribunal.
The
Lordship.
tribunal is not cross-examining. Tribunal is examination by court.
He is cross at page 67, Lord.
No, just by putting the word cross is not cross. Who had cross-examined?
Not cross.
Yes. Was it a cross-examination by the court or so-called examination by the court, or it's a cross-examination by the respondents?
I think it was not cross-examined, Lordship. It
Sorry,
is before the court, Lordship. I think so.
use DW.
Actually, there is DW2, but here it is wrongly written as DW3, Lordship, in cross.
DW2. Tribunal इसमें कम ना पड़े सर पेज नंबर तो दी नहीं हुआ है कुछ है भी मुझे पेज नंबर दी पड़ता है लेकिन कम तो नहीं we listed next week send it to him to put page number in the index now who's going to look after it? It's almost more value. Mr. Sharma, why the tribunal does not have the habit of giving page numbers when they make the index? Number one, notice 1 pages. Number two, WS 7 pages. Why they can't write the page number along with it? Send back the records back to the tribunal to provide a complete index of the documents in the records, including the page numbers. This next week. He would tell you. Let him do the work and send it back.
Item 19.
Maybe, Your Lordship. My lord, page
No
12.
one is ready to do any work in this work. And that way as a signed one.
Yeah.
Signed. Next item.
Lordship, 19. Page 12,
Everyone, sir, you will be further.
page 12, Keramat Ali Sheikh, total list of
Page 12.
1966. Lordship.
Keramat Ali Sheikh.
Yes, sir.
House number additional.
Yes, Lordship.
Oh, what do you mean by house number additional?
This is how written in the vernacular next page.
No, we understand, but what do you mean by it? House number additional?
And there may be additional.
It
Actually,
can
there
be,
is some earlier entry.
suppose there is house number 5, it can be additional to house number 5. But there cannot be a house number called house number additional.
There it is written as occurrence. Occurrence that I have written additional. also.
It's not additional, it is uporancy.
Yes, Lordship.
Uporancy means it is stated somewhere above. And it must have been stated somewhere above. Just check up. গাঁৱৰ নম্বৰ আৰু নাম ক'ত লিখা আছে উপৰঞ্চিও একো নাহিচোন
Seventy-one voter list is there,
Sir,
it is
Ali.
not additional lot.
You please take a look at page 13. What do you mean by উপরঞ্চি?
House number উপরঞ্চি।
গাঁৱৰ নম্বৰ আৰু নাম. It's not a house number.
Earlier always there is a number, but I never see this.
House number উপরঞ্চি.
উপরঞ্চি,
উপরঞ্চি means something stated above.
stated above,
What is stated above? Nothing.
nothing that, I can verify your lordship.
It's okay. Now anyway, Karamat Ali Sheikh, 66.
71 voter list. is
Village,
clear.
name of village is Noyer Algas, third part. Now, who is the petitioner? Koriman. Which document will show Koriman is the
Lordship, page 18, cabin number,
page?
18, 18,
18.
vernacular 19.
Room, fathers. So, go back, examine the Kazi
Yes.
to verify the.
Lordship, Kazi was examined as.
Kazi or examined or the
Kazi,
clerk,
Lordship.
or the clerk was examined?
Kazi, page
Kazi,
56,
okay,
Lordship,
okay.
Kazi.
Kazi was- What did he say?
Lordship, he says that he solemnized the marriage and he brought the original
Record also, very well. So now, why was this evidence discarded by the tribunal?
Sorry, Lordship.
Why this evidence was discarded by the tribunal?
The
Or tribunal did not go into this evidence?
tribunal did not believe any document, Lordship.
Does not believe any document. Why the tribunal does not believe any document?
Lordship,
Page number
Lordship may kindly see page 71.
71.
71. Third paragraph, Lordship. Apart from the evidence and documents produced and discussed.
No, where is the discussion on this Kabin Nama and that Kabin Nama especially? Where is the discussion?
Exhibit B, page 67, Lordship.
67.
Third paragraph.
Third
Middle portion.
Submitted marriage certificate as linked document. What linked document? What, read page 68 and 69. What is wrong with these tribunals? So see, a person has produced a material that this is the voter list of my father. This is a Kavinnama, the original records are examined, which contains the information that I am the daughter of so-and-so person. The tribunal says the Qazi could not identify the proceeding. There is no requirement of any law or any duty on the part of the Qazi to identify. It is for the Home Department to identify. You have to verify and submit your report.
And
This is going on.
under marriage,
See, actually, had your tribunals been functioning in a proper manner as required under the law, we would have had, I don't know, very few cases before us. Difficulty is they're not doing it. And ultimately, we are doing the work of a tribunal. And how much work will you do in every case? There's no rhyme and reason, just use your wild imagination, write something, whatever you feel like. What is this? It's not just one matter or two matter here and there. Either do you bring them in terms, make them understand the law, requirement of law, or you remove these people and bring in somebody different. It's time, the time has come. And had it been one or two cases, we understand, but this is a persistent behavior. And why is the Kavinnama produced? For the purpose of the information it contains that X is the daughter of Y. How can you discard it? The origin has been produced, the author of the certificate is examined. It's getting a little out of hand. What will you do? What order will you pass? Send it back. We'll impose a cost from now onwards on every sent back for not doing that. Who will pay the cost? Tribunal. Then the tribunal pays the cost.
not the lot.
It's after all not a judicial authority. It's a quasi-judicial forum. Let them pay the cost. And if you are having such incompetent people, remove them, bring in some better people. Or these people are with some agenda. They're here to decide matter, or they're here to propagate some agenda of their own.
Some lack of brain.
Not lapse. Lapse is one occasion here and there. Kavinnama, there is a delay in collecting, rejected. What is this? Can't you have your collect a birth certificate now, although you were born 50 years back? Is there any provision under the law? If the entries are not contemporaneous, these are created at the time of trying to collect it, then it is a different matter. That you are trying to bring in material of some 15, 20 years back by entering those materials as on today. Yes, that is not acceptable in law. But if a public record contains certain information and you want a certificate or something based on that information, where is the prohibition of law that you cannot obtain it at any point of time? Or you'll have to obtain it only when the entries were made. Is there any provision of law? Are they aware of any law? See, it's right from the morning we are doing this only. It would work tribunal. And the tribunal, even in their exuberance, is also wrong. You say, tribunal says that the proceeding came to collect the marriage certificate on 21/11. No, You have a very strong case in your favor. The marriage date of, if page 18 is right, date of registration is, that is the date of registration. If the date of registration is of 2017 and the marriage is of 1994, then this information contained in the registration is not the information that was entered in 1994. It is now you have created it. This would have been a very good cause for you to reject it. Yes. What is page 18? From where did you get this information, Mr. Hussain? Date of registration is 21/11/2017.
Lordship may kindly see page 19 down below.
Page
19.
19 down below.
পঞ্জীয়নৰ তাৰিখ ইংৰাজী চনৰ মতে দিব লাগিব।
Sorry,
পঞ্জীয়নৰ তাৰিখ ইংৰাজী চনৰ মতে দিব লাগিব। In that column.
Where did you get it? Ponjiano Tariq.
Page 19 down below, Lordship may kindly see.
Okay.
Uh,
Ponjiano Tariq Ingraji Sonmote Divo Lagibo.
yes, Lordship.
So when was the marriage registered now?
21/11/2017.
17.
Yes, Lordship.
So whatever information is there, the information that you will provide in 2017.
Lordship, he received the certificate in the year 2007.
Certificate is a different matter. The marriage register will maintain public documents regarding all the entries. If the marriage is of 1994, the entries will be of 1994.
Yes, Lordship.
But if the marriage is of 1994, but the registered in
2017.
2017, it will be information that was entered in 2017, number one. And number two, mind you, this Kavinnama is not a registration in the nature of a registration of a special marriage. There, that provision is there. A person may be married long time back, the marriage will be registered at a subsequent date. Kavinnama is not that kind of a document. Kavinnama is a document by which the marriage takes place on that day.
Yes, Lordship. Lordship, page 56, the question put by the Learned Tribunal.
We are not on
Answer.
question, we are on the answer you have to give.
I conducted the marriage on 5/1/1994.
Then,
I passed
then in that case, this Kazi is making some false statements before the court. If the marriage was registered solemnized in 1994,
Yes, sir.
Kazi will have public records of 1994 where these entries will be made. He will not make the entry in 2017 after almost 35 years. That's why I'm telling you. Under the Special Marriages Act or possibly Hindu Marriage Act also, there is a provision that a solemnized marriage can also be registered.
Yes.
That means marriage was solemnized long time back. Especially when you have to go to some European countries and all, you need a marriage certificate. So the person, a couple thinks that let us get it registered now, our
Special
marriage.
marriage act.
But that is a registration of the marriage that took place long time back.
Yes.
But Kavinnama is not for that purpose. Kavinnama is for registration of the marriage when the marriage takes place. Something wrong. The Kazi of
Lordship, may kindly see one line, Lordship, page 55.
how
As per
one line will save you.
As per record.
There is
of-
no page 85.
No, 55, Lordship. As per record of original volume of marriage Kavinnama, date of marriage is found as 1/5.
Forget about all those. Let the Kazi remain present with the Kavinnama or original records of the marriage register. The Kazi of which place?
Kazi of
Let us verify what it contains. It will go in very soon. And was it not the duty of a tribunal to look into this aspect? Instead of writing all kind of whatever they feel like. The Qazi of name of the place, Mister. Where is the evidence of the Qazi? Let us see. DW
Evidence of the Qazi, page 55, Lordship.
55. Hmm. The government registered Qazi of which place?
Nair Alga part 3.
Of village Nair Alga Part 3, who were deposed, namely Azizur Rahman, who were deposed as DW5 to remain present before the court, along with the marriage register in original. Of the year 1994, when the petitioner is stated to have been married by the Qazi, as well as also of the year 2017, particularly 29/11/2017. In respect of which the Kabinnama states to be the English date of the registration of the marriage. List. Something, no? And in page 56, you see, this Qazi says, I conducted the marriage on 5/1/1994. And again, he says, passed the marriage on 21/11/2017. How can it be?
I am also confused. What?
So let us clarify, let him come with the original register, everything will come out.
Seems the two sentences similar, Lordship.
Initially, I was under the impression that the marriage was registered in 1994, but somebody wants a certificate of that thing and applied later on. That is permissible in law.
Yes.
But entries appear to be something different.
Who will take this test? Who will take this test? Government
You look at yourself,
or petitioner side?
you look at yourself.
Government may.
We don't know. You don't get to. If you feel you can do it, you do it. A copy will be given to you, copy to Mr. G. Sharma. And if you feel that
So
some departmental council has to do it, you hand over this copy of this order to that departmental council. You coordinate.
otherwise pro SP,
True?
pro concerned SP Lordship, pro concern.
Whichever you do. See, we are also learning by experience.
Yes.
Earlier, I used to take the Kabinnama to be a very pious document,
Yes.
that to be believed as it is. Now, I think in every Kabinnama, we'll have to look at the last page also. What is the date of the registration?
May it please your lordship.
Yes,
Lordship,
who is the father?
Your lordship, the father is one Mr. Mobed Ali,
Page number.
page number 52, your lordship, the voters list of 1970.
52, voters list of
70, your lord.
1970. Mobed Ali, he is the father.
Yes, your lord. Maimul Nessa is the mother.
Maimul Nessa mother.
Jabed Ali is brother.
Village is Atakata.
Yes, your lord.
Syamabari, Mogoldoi. Okay.
Jabed Ali is the brother, my lord. And
Let,
he came to adduce evidence.
so Javed Ali had adduced evidence.
Yes, your lord. And with.
Where is the evidence of Javed Ali?
At page number 39, your lordship.
39.
My name appears with him in the voters list.
His name is there. Yes, was he cross-examined?
Yes, your lordship.
Which
The tribunal puts questions to him, your lordship.
tribunal is not cross-examination.
He's
It's a
putting
court
questions
examination.
to.
Go back, you cross-examine.
Lordship.
Let Javed Ali be cross-examined.
Lordship. He, his examination was done by the learned tribunal, your lord. And
Find out the Evidence Act. There are two separate provisions. One
Yes,
is
sir.
cross-examination, one is questions by the court. This is question by the court, and both are under two different sections of the Evidence Act. It's not one and the same. Third, yes. The petitioner Mumtaz Ali was referred to the Foreigners Tribunal number.
to your lordship.
Where is the order of the tribunal? Referred to the Foreigners Tribunal number 2, Kamrup Metro, for rendering opinion as to whether he is a person who entered the state of Assam on or after 2015, resulting in registration in FT case number 562/2017. Tribunal passed an opinion dated 25/1/2019 declaring the petitioner to be a foreigner. Being aggrieved, this writ petition is instituted. In the writ proceeding, the petitioner relies on a voters list of 1970 of village Atakata, Moza Shamabari of Mongoldoid of Dorong district, which contains the name of Mobed Ali, son of Audin, at serial 39, and that of Javed Ali, son of Mobed, at serial 41. And both are shown to be residing in house number 14. It is claimed that Mobed Ali is the father of the petitioner, whereas Javed Ali is the brother. Javed Ali had deposed before the tribunal. Which page?
It's number 39, your lord.
29. Had deposed before the tribunal as (29),
39, your lord.
39. As DW2, wherein in his evidence on affidavit stated that his grandfather is Maizuddin, who was granted annual Khiraz Pata under the colonization scheme at village Athakata, and that Mobed Ali is his father and married Moimal Nessa, and out of the wedlock 8 children were born. And out of which Javed Ali is one of the son and Mumtaz Ali is another son. Accordingly, the DW2 claims, states that Mumtaz Ali is the son of Mobed Ali, whose name appears in the voters list of 1970, and therefore the burden under section 9 of the Foreigners Act 1946 had been discharged. We have noticed that Javed Ali, DW2 Javed Ali had not been cross-examined by the respondents to the Home Department of the Government of Assam, and only a few questions were put by the tribunal as court questions. In this, if the evidence rendered by Javed Ali is acceptable, perhaps the burden to prove that Mumtaz Ali is a citizen had been discharged. In the circumstance, remanded back to the tribunal to enable the state to the Home Department to cross-examine Javed Ali, DW2 Javed Ali. The state may also make their own verification as to whether Mumtaz Ali, referred by Javed Ali, and Mumtaz Ali, the petition proceedee are one and the same person upon doing the needful. Region already passed.
Should I adduce voters lists also to show that we are voting together, your lordship, till date?
The petition will be at liberty to produce any further material, and it is stated that as per the subsequent voters list, Javed Ali and Mumtaz Ali are available in the same voters list. The tribunal may also look into such document if provided.
Most obliged.
Item 21.
Joygun,
Yes, please,
who is the father?
May please, your lordship, my lord, fathers, my lord, 66 voter, my lord, page 46. Shamir Ali,
Page 46.
Merganda village.
Page 46.
My lord. 66, 70 and 70.
Samir Ali is the father,
Shamir Ali is the
son of
father.
Bhilupu. Village Merganda,
My lord.
Soigao, serial 123. Which document is your?
My lord,
Jaigan is the
ACLC admit card, mark sheet, my lord,
page number.
page 56 admit card and 57 mark sheet.
That admit card doesn't contain the village.
Yes, my lord, but the
Maybe it's
headmaster was,
Samir Ali of any place.
headmaster was examined, my lord.
It must examine, where is it?
My lord. DW 6, my lord,
Page number
page 98.
98.
Evidence in sheet as well as my cross, my lord.
Najimuddin is the headmaster.
Yes, my lord. Najimuddin Sheikh is the headmaster. I am the headmaster of Borbita Anshalik High School. I have been working as headmaster since 2010. I have been working since 1982 in the said school as assistant teacher, and I have been working as assistant headmaster since 2003, 2010. The opposite party appeared in the HLC
Yes.
examination.
Yes, Mr. Sharma. Go back. Heard Mr. Yasika for a petition.
My lord. The
Sorry?
headmaster was examined. my lord.
No, we take a note of that. Let the tribunal examine and pass the order.
My lord.
Petition Jaigun Nessa had been referred to the Foreigners Tribunal Foreigners Tribunal number 1, Kamrup Rural. Resulting in registration of TFG bracket R, case number 1237 2017. The tribunal rendered an opinion dated 12/11/2018 declaring the petitioner to be a foreigner. Being aggrieved, this writ petition is instituted. In the writ petition, the petitioner relies upon the voters list of 1966 of village Merganda Police Station, Soigao, in the Kamrup district, which contains the name of Samir Ali, son of Bhilupu at serial 123. Petitioner also relies upon the admit card issued by the Board of Secondary Education Assam, which contains the information that Joygun Nessa is the daughter of Samir Ali. The petitioner had attended Borbita Anshalik High School, and the headmaster of the Borbita Anshalik High School had deposed before the tribunal as DW5. In his deposition, the headmaster had stated that Joygun Nessa is the daughter of Samir Ali of village Merganda. If the statement of the headmaster is to be accepted, the petitioner may have discharged the burden that she is a citizen of India inasmuch as Samer Ali's name is available in the voters list of 1966 of 1978. 1966 of village Merganda. But it is noticed that the DW5 headmaster had made oral deposition before the tribunal, and there is no indication that the admission register of the school in origin had been produced. In the circumstance, remanded back to the tribunal to enable the DW5 headmaster of Borvita Anchalik High School to reappear before the tribunal along with the original school records, which may contain the information that Joygun Nessa is the daughter of Samer Ali of village Merganda. The respondents in the Home Department may also make their own verification in the meantime and submit a report before the tribunal. Full stop. Upon doing the needful, a reasonable will be passed.
Deeply understood.
He did not come with records. It's a oral statement.
22,
Tajuddin. Yes,
Yes.
which page?
Thank you, that's all. Instructional lordship.
Got it. What does it provide for?
Petitioner claims that he has shifted in the year 1994 from Bollywood.
Does the voter list indicate the shifting?
The petitioner's name nowhere appears along with his father, your lordship. After shifting, and petitioner's father.
Pursuant to our earlier order 23/2/2023, the relevant voters list have been produced by Mr. A. Ali, then counsel for the Election Commission. Mr. G. Uddin Nagari may examine the voters list as produced. List next week for consideration.
23,
Mr. Ali, you can take it back and it will go missing from here. You produce on the next day. No, no,
May I please, lordship?
23.
Lordship, page number 24, lordship, my father's name, lordship. Page number-
Item 23, page number 24.
Yes, lordship. Ainuddin Sheikh, lordship.
Ainuddin Sheikh is the father.
Father, lordship, yes, and
Poschim Deoldi Nongki
Nongki.
Bagbor, yes. Who is the petitioner? Tajuddin. Which document will show?
lordship, in additional affidavit, lordship, I have.
Page number?
Additional affidavit, lordship, page 6, lordship. In additional affidavit, lordship, I have found the additional.
Running page. The registry to list again along with the running page number of the additional affidavit, and the learned counsel of the petitioner may also take note of the same list again.
item 24,
Mr. Hawk, you uttered some words when I passed this order. Please don't do it. It was noticed when this order was passed, you uttered something. Please don't do. The behavior is unacceptable.
Here, lordship, page.
We'll pass orders as per our convenience and as per the requirement of the procedure. It's the prerogative of the court. And it is not for you to utter anything inside your mouth. Please don't do it. We may not hear you again if this is the behavior shown.
Sorry, lordship.
It's not the habit, the behavior of a lawyer. It should not be. When the court passes an order, utter some foul words in the mouth. It's a behavior of a man in the street, not of a learned lawyer. And behave like a learned lawyer if you're in the court. Because your address has learned. And the learned word has its own meaning, mind you. And we watch each and every expression, everything of yours, mind you. It's easily noticed. And you are a person who has created problem earlier also. One day you have misled the court also. We have every record of you. At some point of time, we may be debarred if this continues for a longer time. It will be referred to the Bar Council. Yes.
Lordship, page 47, Lordship, my Danish Lordship.
One day you have made a misleading statement, another day you have filed a false document. Every record is there with the court master. Yes, which page?
Page 47, Lordship.
এইটো record কৰি থৈ দিব, this behavior of this man, yes. Yes, who is the father?
So Lokman is my father, Lordship.
Lokman Ali,
And Ozupon is Lordship, mother, is my mother, Lordship.
sorry.
Ozupon is Lordship. She's
What
my
mother
mother.
one is, sir?
This is my mother, Lordship.
Mother,
Yes,
okay.
Lordship. Allah, Lordship, here, Lordship, this mother, Lordship, here the examined, Lordship. The post, Lordship.
Which page?
Lordship, her cross examination, may Lordship have page. 154, Lordship. It is 80%. Yes, sir.
The election commission to produce the upward and downward voters list of village Paradhora. Bhangnamari and village Kuriamari to enable the court to examine as to whether the claim of DW4 Azufa Nessa that the family had shifted from Paradhora to Bhangnamari in the year 1970 and thereafter to village Kurimari is factually substantiated. 2 weeks, this after 2 weeks.
Time being 15.
Every 2 weeks per month.
Should be referred to the bar council?
Some microbes.
Mr. Hawk, should you refer your conduct to the bar council? Time has come.
I may say apologize, but I
Sorry.
understand not.
Sorry. Time has come. It's not the first time. And your expression reveals a lot also.
Become nervous, actually.
Not actually, not actually. That's why I say expression reveals a lot and we are watching your expression all along. Your expression now and then was quite different.
I'm sorry, Lordship. So what I've done, Lordship.
And it's very easy for any person to understand what the expression indicates. It's a final warning to you. It's a final warning has been rendered also. So any further misconduct, we refer it. Please don't do it. Maintain the dignity of the court. Maintain the learnedness of a learned lawyer. You are welcome for all purpose. This is a formal court proceeding. It's not that you were there in the street dealing with people. Please learn. You'll be put on watch. Yes, any more matter?
Time being 15%.
Timing 15, anybody appearing? Then appears for a petitioner list again.
Lord.
Arvind Saini.